So tell me, Belle, how did you end up here?
I don't understand.
Like yesterday. So tell me what happened. How did you end up here? What brought you here to Cumulus to help rehab you? See the way we did yesterday, remember?
It's my severe crack problem.
There you go. Don't do that. Crack is whack. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It's my Friday, thank God. I've had enough of politics. Had enough of it all. Ready to go home.
Come on, Chad.
When's the dumbest thing in the world that our president does coming up? Any president, by the way. Doesn't matter. Let's pardon a turkey. It's, what is it, gobble and waddle today.
Gobble and waddle.
That's right. They're going to go live their life. That they tell you, by the way, I told kids. They say they're going to go live their life. The minute the cameras leave, they take those things back there and they lop their heads off. No, not these ones, because they're partners with his son, so they're going to be fine.
They feed him to that giant bunny rabbit that runs around every Easter on the White House lawn.
Oh, they're dire wolves. Taking them where the dire wolves live. Oh, goodness me. That is, it's been doing what? Since 1947 they've been doing that thing.
What's that?
The whole, release, like.
Oh, pardoning the turkeys?
Yeah, pardoning the turkeys, and every year they got to come up with a new name. Like you figured, here's corn and green beans. Here's stuffing and taters. Like you think you'd marshmallow and how many things can you go through? Bob and Sue. Bob and Sue, everybody. Oh, goodness me. What a day. Thank everybody out there. Yesterday, by the way, everybody who gave, you know how amazing that was? You guys reach into your pockets this time of year and to give and everybody did such a great job. Matt did an amazing job. And shout out to Dan. He was there early in the morning. Chris, super early in the morning, help out, and Louie had to come in yesterday because Joan was sick and everybody did a great job. Just bailing everybody back here. But shout out to everybody. And Tanya, the lady who, does all that stuff for us here and work with them. She was struggling there at the end. She was having a tough time. It was just, is one day.
Lot to do.
Lot to do. A lot to keep people happy, because this thing, it's moving all the time. And this person's supposed to be on your show. No, wait, we got the wrong thing. They're going to come here at 2. They were supposed to be here at noon. They've had to switch it. Here's a person. There's a lot of moving parts. And, a lot of people out there doing yeoman's work. And those people yesterday that come in and volunteer and, they have it's a great thing. And all the clients and everybody who stepped up is phenomenal. So God bless you all. Hope you guys have a good and healthy Thanksgiving. A lot of stuff to get today. We're all wearing our WKRP shirts today.
Yes, sir.
All of us wearing our WKRP.
Can't see mine, but it's on.
Yeah, in Cincinnati. Because today is it. All right, like this is the greatest. It is just, TV Guide calls it one of the greatest episodes of television ever.
Absolutely.
Came out October 30th, 1978. It was called Turkey Away. And based on a couple real events that took place, of which one of them happened, the guy who used to run the big rock station, I think, in Atlanta, he did an event way back in the day in Dallas, and he threw live chickens out of a fast-moving truck. I mean, not live chickens, live turkeys. And he said, and he was the one who coined the phrase, "As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly." That's what I love about radio. People always ask me, what's the because you watch, like, I've got friends who are doctors. I'll go, is that real? Like, when we watch one of those medical shows, they're like, no, it's not real. Right? The detective shows are never real.
No.
Like, all of that stuff is baloney. When you watch radio, like, is that real? I mean, oh, it's 100% real. Like, that's exactly what radio, that is as spot on as it gets in radio.
Yep. Back then, definitely.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, turntables, cart machines, reel-to-reels.
Weird engineer named Bucky.
Yeah. Who wouldn't do anything unless the union
exactly
gave the go-ahead.
Yeah, everything about that was 100% as spot on as you get. It was.
Oh, and by the way, smoking in the control room was
room.
allowed.
Oh, 100%. Smoking in the control room. That was so allowed. That was happening, right? Guys bringing in their own stuff, the gong.
Drinking in the control room.
Drinking
was
in the
allowed.
control room.
There are oftentimes a lot of razor blade marks on the the table where
Yeah.
you would set your records.
I'm not going to say who, but let's just say one of the famous jocks of all time. When I first started, there was stuff taped to some of the records they would get. Some of it was money, some of it wasn't.
What'd they call that?
Payola.
Payola. Yeah.
Payola, which was harmless, right? Then it was Elliot Spitzer in New York. He's like, I'm going to go get everybody with payola. And then we're like, well, find out. We're going to find out what your little thing is, isn't it?
All Elliot ever did was shift the way it was done.
Yeah, now it's all baloney. Man, when I first got, everybody who's ever been in this business long enough is like, this guy's going to pay your rent. This guy's going to pay your car payment. This guy, you're like, okay. Way back in the day. Now it's all lame. Lame. Oh, my goodness. A lot of stuff to get to. What's the weather going to be like the next couple days? I want to get that
Well-
sense as I take some time off.
Let's see here, boys. Let's look up the National Weather Service Nashville here. Looks like starting tonight, clouds going to move in. Well, hell, clouds are already here. So it's going to be cloudy tonight. Looks like no rain tonight. Looks like mostly sunny on Wednesday. 54 degrees for the high. 32 Wednesday night. Thanksgiving Day, sunny but cool. Cold sunshine.
Ooh, I like
48 degrees on Thanksgiving Day. What do you think about that?
I'm loving that. I'm so excited.
Even colder on Friday. Lots of sun, but only 44 degrees.
And I hear, so from what I understand, there's supposed to be a cold snap moving in that's supposed to be pretty big through December.
I don't like that.
No, and I heard it's supposed to be pretty gnarly.
I
And
don't
I'm
like
pretty
it.
excited. Look, I'm pretty pumped, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You know, I know that you're not. It doesn't mean I'm not wearing, I'm going to wear shorts all the time. That's what God wants me to do. That's why he gave me such beautiful legs. These calves are to die for. I'm not going to rate those. I am showing up in those. But it is supposed to be, I guess the first part of winter is supposed to be brutal, and the second part of winter is supposed to be really mild.
Well, that's how it has been here the
Yeah.
past 2 years. We've started January out in the deep freeze, and then the rest of the winter, which I'm okay with. I just don't like going into the deep freeze whenever we do. I don't like it at all.
No, I mean the deep freeze. You know what's okay? The snow is fine. If we're gonna have snow, I'm okay with that. What I don't like is clear and freezing
And ice.
and ice. I hate that.
No ice.
No ice. No ice. I'm not a fan of that. I will take the snow. I'll take all that, but I do not like that clear that stuff where no matter how many socks you have on, every step feels like you're walking on glass.
Yeah,
I want no part. I've played in that in Europe, and I will tell you what, it's the worst experience.
I bet.
But I still will play over wind every day of the week. Wind's the worst thing you could play in.
And when it's freezing.
Well, yeah, if that's a double suck.
Wind when it's freezing.
Wind, and so I think it's going to be good. I think we got a good. It's going to be good. I'm pumped. You know, Steph and I have a couple things to do tonight, and then we got Belle coming over. We're going to have a relaxation time. We're going to watch some sports. They're probably going to get drunk. She goes, what kind of tequila does he like? Bourbon or whatever. I'm like, you have to ask him.
Any type of bourbon is good.
Bourbon.
I chose tequila.
Yeah, you did. Dark tequila, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. He's dangerous. That's what I like about him. Belle's a little dangerous. So we're going to have some fun. We're gonna eat, drink, and be merry.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to Uber from my house to your place or if I'm just going to drive to the station and Uber from the station to your place.
It's a 6-minute walk. What's the difference?
Because it might be cold, and I don't want to get my hair messed up.
Oh, my goodness.
You don't understand, Chad. This, sir, this
Yeah?
process.
Is it a process? So, yeah, you know what?
Just wear one of those things in your hair, Brother Bilal, that doesn't let it blow around.
Fishnet?
Yeah.
Spoken like a true man with no hair.
Man, I thought yesterday we were going to get somebody that was really going to throw $25,000 at us so we could shave Dan's eyebrows. I really did.
Did he agree to do it?
He did. Well, he had no choice because I threw it out. I said, look, if somebody's going to really do 25 grand, I'll shave my eyebrows. I have no problem with that. Right? I look at me. I'm all tatted up. I don't care. I'm good with that. I got for 25 grand for the good cause, for all the things, and if it means meals for people and it means helping out the kids, getting stuff for Christmas, 100%. But then we all kind of agreed to it, and then we said, well, you could pick, and then everybody goes, you know what's going to happen? It's just going to be Dan. Doesn't matter what the thing is, it's going to be Dan. It is. It's going to be Dan. Although I was surprised nobody threw $1,000 to see Matt shave half his face.
Dan should have had to shave his eyebrows and then put one contact lens in that's off color like Marilyn Manson.
Oh, that's good. Marilyn Manson. I was telling my uncle the other day because we've got this thing we're doing for CBS, and I'm like, dude, we could get Kevin Spacey, Arm & Hammer, and we get Marilyn Manson to do the soundtrack because they're all having issues, right? Imagine what we get him for. We can get him for scale. Although, did you see Kevin Spacey put out a video saying, look, I'm not homeless. I have to go where the work is. And that's just it. Yes, he lost his home and he's financially struggling like you could not believe.
He's living out of hotels.
But he's living out of hotels, but he goes, I'm not homeless. But that being said.
But he's living out of the hotel because the hotel is where he has a job.
Yes, exactly. That right there is the big thing. And he's not like, he's doing like dinner theater in Wales. Like he's not doing the, East End, which is like Broadway. He's not doing that. And I was telling my uncle, he goes, well, he's kind of working. I said, Paul, I saw a trailer the other day for a kind of cheesy Western that I would love to watch. He's starring in it. That shows you what, like, you can get him. I mean, if he's at the point now where Nick Cage is like, I wouldn't even have done that one.
Nick freaking
Cage. And they travel. Oh, I thank God I'm not on the roads. It's their Super Bowl. I get it at TSA, and God bless you guys for working or whatever it is you guys do. But okay, here's some etiquette. I'm going to say this, right?
Uh-oh.
Nobody wants to smell your grandma's crappy ass cheese that you bring on the thing because you're inside of a tube and it's disgusting and it smells like a fart, right? Inside of a microwave with a hot, flaming hot, nasty salmon tuna thing in there. Nobody wants to smell that. Nobody wants your feet on any part of anything.
Maybe it's the feet you're smelling.
Maybe, no, but nobody does. Nobody wants your feet on your thing. Nobody wants your knees on there. Nobody wants you leaning back because we're all crammed into this stupid tube going 600 miles an hour, 40,000 feet in the air. Nobody wants any of that. Get on there, smile, shut up, and get from point A to point B.
Once again, this is why you fly private.
Yeah, that's right. I've been thinking about it. Mostly just hijack, but whatever. I mean, we'll fly, hijack, it's all the same to me. I mean, we're in the air. Yeah, and here's the other thing, people. The lady or the guy working at the front there, right, who's going to tell you that you guys are going to be delayed for an hour or two or whatever. That person didn't wake up today and go, I can't wait to get on the microphone and tell everybody that they're going to be delayed for a couple hours so they can all come up and yell at me.
Yeah, that's where if I'm that lady or that man, I'm calling my manager over.
Yes. 100%.
That's a manager issue.
That is.
I don't get paid to deal with that.
No. And you know what? I will tell you this. Always been this way. You nice to them, go over to them, say, God, it sucks. I'm so sorry about these people suck. You go be nice to them. Watch what happens and find out who gets to get on a flight when they can sneak you out of there or get upgraded when they have a chance. Watch. And watch who gets stuck in the back, upside down, sitting there right there in the galley. The galley in the back, you morons.
Yeah. How did it work? How did it work out for Steve Martin's character in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Exactly. I'm telling you. Just be nice. It goes so much further in this situation. It does. All right, coming up. Yes, it is Hot Take Tuesday. We all got our hot takes coming up. On top of that, we're going to talk a little bit cost of life because life is expensive. That's what I hear. I don't know about you guys, but it is going up. We've got some issues with, let's be real. Things feel a little right now, especially with the consumer confidence and things popping up. We're going to talk a little bit about that. A bunch of other stuff to get to. Yes, including some Afton stuff. Like, she's all over the place, like on everything. They're coming hard for her, which means they made some inroads. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. If you're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. Happy Tuesday, my Friday. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. I got a deal for you. Omaha Steaks, baby, right now. Are you ready for this? There's cyber sale going on now. Ho, ho, ho. 50% off site-wide. You're like, that's awesome. 20% off on selected favorites. What? And when you use my code Benson, extra $35 off at checkout. We're talking steaks. We're talking pork chops. We're talking, the amazing chicken breasts. The incredible hot dogs and hamburgers. You name it, they have it all for you. It is incredible. So here's the deal. It's a cyber sale. It's going on now. It is the gift that keeps on giving. America's Butchers, right here, Omaha Steaks, since 1917. 100% unconditional bite-for-bite, money-back guarantee. And this includes everything, including this. They have seafood and their desserts. So what are you waiting for? Massive opportunity to give and probably get a little, because you know what? You win this year with beautiful things like this holiday season. Omaha Steaks, unforgettable, big giant sale going on. It's their cyber sale, omahasteaks.com, 50% off site-wide, extra 20% off on selected favorites during the cyber sale. And when you use my code Benson, you can get $35 off at checkout. omahasteaks.com, code Benson at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
Controversial comments about Campbell's Soup leads to a lawsuit. This story and more coming up at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking, dude. Is that really what you think about me?
Man.
Good God, sir. Good God.
Got to watch out for those microphones.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And by the way, just because you're a whistleblower doesn't mean you're not still going to get crushed.
Right.
Just point that out as well. Guess what time it is? Hot take. Hot take. Hot take Tuesday. All right. It's Hot Take Tuesday. We give you the hottest of hot takes on this Tuesday. It's a few days before Thanksgiving. Let's start with my man Ken back there.
Are you ready?
Do it.
Pecans on the dessert table are like raisins in cookies. Nobody asked for that betrayal.
Oh, so true, man. Raisins. Raisins are, to this day, are the... How many times you get excited, you go over, you grab a cookie, you think, oh, right, it's going to be awesome chocolate. Oh, God, it's not a chocolate chip cookie.
No pecans in fudge either.
No.
I just want straight fudge.
Just, you know what? I like that. That's a smart thing right there. No pecans on your own if that's what you want. Stop trying to stick stuff with stick, okay? Right? You stick it with everything. You know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you want a pecan with your brownie, take a bite of the brownie without pecans and then, pop a pecan in.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Just like, not. It's kind of the same, but not the same. Each one's getting their full flavor. Right. I like that. All right, Bell, what do you got for us?
Turkey sucks. I'd rather have a ribeye.
I'll make sure I tell my wife that tonight. You know what? I've got a new name for you, by the way. Everybody's like Headless Bell. I'm like, more like Eeyore.
What?
What's wrong, Eeyore? I don't know. Maybe I've got a giant, huge nail in my ass. Oh, yeah, that's probably true. Eeyore's always sad.
Or bullets lodged in my brain.
Oh, my God. That is so funny. Me. Kids, I'm going to tell you this, especially parents out there of teenagers and college kids. Sriracha is not a personality type. All right? It doesn't need to be on everything in the history of mankind.
All of it. Everything.
It doesn't.
Ice cream.
It doesn't.
Ice cream.
All right? It's good in some things. It is not a personality type. Just like avocado toast is not a personality type.
Put sriracha on avocado toast.
And then throw both of them away and have mayonnaise, like every man should. Mayonnaise, baby.
Well, actually, put the sriracha
I'm not
in
saying
the mayonnaise.
don't use mayonnaise.
No,
I'm just
it's
saying
okay, but you know what? It's like one of those things. Did you have a donut? Do you have a sriracha donut? No,
Yes,
nobody
you
does.
Yes, you have sriracha donuts.
Nobody does.
Captain Crunch, sriracha on it.
Oh, goodness.
Fruity Pebbles, sriracha on it.
Fruity Pebbles. Oh, boy. Okay. There's so many, they got T-shirts for the sriracha. They got, it's enough, okay? It's enough. We get it, right? You like, you guys are daring. You like spicy things. I'm going to do the one chip challenge. It's a ghost pepper. I'm going to eat it.
And you know what you put on that? Sriracha.
Is that what you do? That's what he does. That's what he does. Just drink your dark tequila and mope. Oh, this is going to be fun. Hot Take Tuesday. We got your hot takes. Let us know what your hot takes are right now. A lot of people, you know what? Walnuts are better, Ken. Pecan pie with a glass of red wine is money.
I'm okay with pecan pie, but just leave it out of the other stuff.
Well, because you know what it is? That's a perfect place for the pecans.
Yeah,
right?
in a pie.
That
is specific to pecans.
Yeah, it is not. It doesn't need to be in everything.
Nope.
Again, we have this weird thing now where everybody's like, I'm a foodie. Whatever. Shut up. You want to be a real foodie? Go back to the 1500s and go to England and eat everything they ate. That's a foodie. You want to be dangerous.
Go on Naked and Afraid and eat a spider.
That's right.
With some sriracha on it.
With sriracha. Frank, are you a sriracha Frank's Red Hot?
Oh, no, sriracha.
I'll put that on everything.
Yes.
I put sriracha and Frank's Red Hot on everything.
I got to be honest, I've never had Frank's Red Hot.
I've had it, and it's very bland compared to sriracha.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not as hot as sriracha, but Frank's Red Hot,
Watery, too.
it's good on spaghetti.
But you're not going to put it on your, well, he apparently is going to put on it. I'm going to make sure there's sriracha there, and you better put it on every damn thing you have because I'm buying you a gallon of it tonight. Because now that I know that's your personality type. Sriracha.
Remember when they ran out of sriracha? Remember because
because
fires or something took out the the peppers over there in California.
So if you have, okay, so the Sriracha place, this guy's had this place forever. When you drive by there, your eyes will water.
Yes.
For miles. It's this massive factory, and they've had it forever, and your eyes will water. But something happened where there was a drought, and then they couldn't get the stuff, and then the plant was shut down. Yeah. And they were like, uh-oh. Because the kids were freaking out because they knew what they were going to do with their lives.
And then all this off-brand sriracha started showing up on the shelves. It was called Sriracha.
Sriracha. Who wants some sriracha? It's like sriracha, but it's not.
Does it have a rooster on it? No, it's a dog.
It's a turkey. It's something my kid drew. You'll like it.
It's Sriracha califragilistic expialidocious.
Good. That's a good one right there. Somebody put that on a shirt right now. Get that up. And Tabasco only.
Ooh,
Sriracha
Tabasco.
is just spicy ketchup.
Well, I won't argue that.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
I won't argue it because it's too stupid to be right.
But here's the Sriracha Doritos are awful. My kids love Sriracha, and they're like, the Doritos were horrible.
You got to put extra Sriracha on it.
No. There's just some stuff that it's not supposed to be on everything. There just is. It is. I'm just letting you guys know that. All right, coming up, we're talking a little bit about Afton and what's going on. They have made her enemy number one, the Republicans, because there's a lot of issues, by the way. I've spoken to 3 congresspeople in the last, I'd say 24 hours, and let's just say there's some issues in the Republican Party right now. We'll talk a little bit about that, among other things. A lot of good stuff still to get to as well. The economy, and wait till you hear what 3 brothers found in an attic. It was, quite frankly, it's lucky how it even survived. We'll talk about that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Crack. Chad Benson, Joe, Super Talk 997.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Drivers in Cheatham County, Highway 70 north of East Kingston Springs Road is closed due to a crash. Woodbine, they're still trying to clean up that semi-fire. The right lane is blocked. This is going to be 24 westbound right there at I-440. It is stop-and-go traffic from Harding Place. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Peak Thanksgiving travel is underway. Sophie Flay says severe weather is an issue for some, but that's not the only issue once you get on the plane.
Airlines are grappling with a different challenge, passenger behavior. The FAA citing a 400% increase in unruly behavior on flights in recent years. Now, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is launching a campaign to bring civility back to the skies. He's suggesting travelers dress more appropriately to encourage better behavior on planes.
Here in Tennessee, AAA projects 1.9 million of us going to travel at least 50 miles from home between now and Monday, setting a new record for the state. About 1.86 million going to be driving. 51,000 will fly. Controversial comments about Campbell's Soup allegedly made by a company executive and recorded. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
Campbell's Soup is denying claims about its products, allegedly made by an executive in a recorded conversation. The person in the recording is also heard belittling Campbell's customers during an expletive-filled rant.
We have that's for poor people. Who buys our I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, I can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
The recording is allegedly from a conversation that's now part of a lawsuit.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Busy Bee is awesome. Right now, they got the 93 or free main line opening special. I was talking to Ken about this earlier. You know what it is, right? So it get that main line open, right? So if, as long as you have a single family home, you got to clean out. Make sure that you have them come over. Because Uncle Frank, right, he's going to go in the bathroom. He's taking a paper too, right? Who brings a paper? He's going to be in there for an hour and 23 minutes. He's going to come out because his legs aren't going to feel good. That whole thing, you're not even going to go there for a week. And if it's not fixed, oh, what a nightmare. Busy Bee's going to save you from that nightmare. Absolutely. You don't want that, okay? So it's a 93 and free going on right now. Mainline opening special from our good friends over at Busy Bee. Offer valid with single-family homes. And today, opportunity is kicking off from 3 to 6. This is what I love about Busy Bee. Not only did they help yesterday and be a part of sponsoring what was going on with the Nashville Rescue Mission, they are, today in Lebanon, they're going to collect coats, okay, in Mount Juliet, parking lot over there for the needy families. So it's going to happen today from, I believe it's 3 to 6 at 7-seater Butcher Block in Lebanon Square. All right. And then Sunday again, parking lot at the Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce, 2 to 4. For the 93 and free and all the amazing things they do, but also if you have a coat to help people out, especially as times get tough and get cold this year, go with Busy Bee. Call 775-7833, 775-7833, or visit busybeehvac.com. Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, where comfort meets care. One of the great days in American history where we are allowed to show our forgiveness. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
The turkeys being pardoned today go by the names of Gobble and Waddle. When I first saw their pictures, I thought we should send them, I shouldn't say this. I was going to call them Chuck and Nancy. But then I realized I wouldn't be pardoning them. I would never pardon those two people.
I realized I would never do that. I would never do that. They didn't pay me enough to do that.
I have the official duty to determine, and I have determined that last year's turkey pardons are totally invalid. As are the pardons of about every other person that was pardoned other than, where's Hunter?
What about that guy you pardoned? I don't know. I've never heard of him. Remember that on 60 Minutes? I don't know that guy. Well, why'd you pardon him? Couldn't tell you. Oh, my goodness me. Then he asked the most important question about these birds.
Are they violent at all? Will they attack as I walk over?
Only on January 6th.
Because if they were, I'll stay right up here.
It's a joke. Everybody laugh. So they pardon these, and these things are going to go live their life, off somewhere and is exciting and stuff. We do this every year.
Special farm for your pet that isn't around anymore.
It's funny because they seem to go to the same farm, but there only ever seems to be 2 turkeys there. I don't know how long they live for. Oh, my goodness me. Well, good for them. Pardoned there. So you've got the big race happening with Afton and Matt Van Epps. And somebody was saying, man, I'm at the point now, I can't get away from the commercials. Like, if you're watching anything, like local, it's commercial time all the time. And they're everywhere. And I get it. You put it out there. And she's got, some of these things that she tweeted out during the Summer of Love time wasn't a good look. It wasn't. A lot of people tweeted stuff out. A lot of people said stuff. Do I think it hurts her? Do I think she really wants no cops? No. Do I think people were emotional? Yeah. Do I think there are a lot of people out there that look, if you didn't like her, you're not going to like her now. Nothing about what she is about you were ever going to like. Somebody said earlier, well, you guys like her. I said, as a person, she's a wonderful person. She's a great person. She's good people.
I was going to tell somebody on Twitter because they were accusing me of running to defend her every time something came up. And I said, I don't defend her politics. I disagree with 98% of what she says. But that doesn't mean I have to treat the person like crap.
Yes, that's exactly it. We have this world where we are. This is the problem with the identity world that we live in politics. Is the identity is easily shattered anymore, and we live in this identity, so we're willing to protect ourselves at all time, and in doing so, we build this bizarre glass facade that's easily shattered, but we don't want anybody to throw anything at us. We want to be able to throw things at other people, and it's about who's the person. Look, again, our politics. Do I agree with their politics? No. But do I agree with a lot of politics that are out there anymore? No. I think that both parties are, quite frankly, have diverged so much from what it is that we as Americans need. I really do. I think as Americans, we are being let down across the board by both parties who've decided to come to the table as corporations trying to get the most money from other corporations to divvy out the most power they possibly can in favors. And at this point in time, they're not even pretending anymore. They're not even pretending.
So it's like, you see what we do? What are you going to do about it? We dare you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole thing with the $500,000 that if you were phone tapped or they spied on you, Americans are spied on all the time. We don't get we're different. Why are you different? You're the one who rails against all of this and then signs the law every time. So no, I don't buy it. Do I think she's a bad person? I do not. I don't think she's a bad person. And quite frankly, of all the people that I've met, you'd be surprised. It's a lot of times people like her. There's a bunch of other people that you meet that you genuinely believe. God, who's the guy that we had in? The farmer guy, not like Sibicki. I believe he believes, and he's
John Rose.
Yeah, not Rose, but the other guy, that was running in the 4. There was Bolsonaro, the youngest of the 4. Forgot his name. We had him
The
in.
guy that lost.
Yeah, well, they all lost, right? That wasn't Matt Van Epps. But he, that guy, I generally believe he cares and he wants it. There's a lot of other people. You just feel like you're here because this is, you're very much a professional. You're not the citizen politician that I think our founding fathers were hoping for, that we'd get to that point. And that's the frustrating part of what I see. Again, do I agree with a lot of what she says? No. Do I think a lot of her stuff? I think a lot of her stuff is pie in the sky. I do. But we live in a time where, we're so divided over the dumbest things. And, I was watching this thing the other day where liberals are, well, I'm not going to have family over if they voted for Trump. Because remember that first year Trump got in. Remember that first Thanksgiving where everybody was like, before he actually became president. So when he was president-elect, everybody was all pissed off. And then that first year he got in, of course, everybody was like, we're never going to be friends again. And then a year or two went by and it was okay. Then COVID came and everything went sideways. And then Biden got in and everybody was back and we're all, living normal. Now that Trump's in again, it's the same thing all over again. Where it's like your family member's not coming over. My uncle's mean. He's all of the things. Really, your uncle who probably bailed you out so many times by signing progress reports so mom and dad did get him, that picked you up and did things with you. You just don't like him now because you think he's some evil racist guy. Shut up. You with your purple hair and you're now a they, them. Get over it. We've got to see the humanity in people. And that's the whole thing with, Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's weird. Do I think that she left? I don't know why she left. I have heard from several people over the last few days about this that work with her and are also Congress people. And they're of the opinion that, she came, she played the game, she hated the game after a while. She realized that it was very much a game and people weren't interested in doing anything. And then she kind of got fed up. And she bounced. And I thought, because she was a true believer. She was a true believer. She was an America First, MAGA true believer. And I think there's a portion of that that's true. I don't think she's going to run for president. I hear that. She's going to run for... No, she's not going to run for president. She has no chance of running for president. Zero.
I think she had her fill as a representative.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Right? Like, and I just don't think that she wants that. I don't think she wants that. I think she looked up and she thought, I've had enough. These people aren't serious. I've heard more of that in the last 2 weeks, that these people aren't serious about getting anything done. They're not serious about healthcare. They're not serious about so much of the stuff, the Epstein stuff. By the way, the keeping the peeps at home for whatever that 50 days it was, that did not help out Mike Johnson. And there is we talked about it the last couple of weeks. There's a fracture in the Republican Party. Because first of all, you've got the MAGA wing. And by the way, the MAGA wing is basically Donald Trump. Not everybody's sold on everybody else out there. And then you've got the old school conservatives, right? That they don't even feel like they have a home anymore. Then you got the kind of libertarians that they're not even sure what to do. And there's this fracture going on.
I know what to do.
What? Yeah.
I don't vote for a Republican.
Don't
or
vote
a
for a
Democrat.
Republican. Yeah. They've got some issues. And we've talked about it here, and I've talked about it for years on my show. When you're winning, that locker room, no matter how fractured it is, nothing gets out. When you start to lose, when things start to become tough, when things don't go the right way, stuff starts to creep out, and you're finding more and more of that happening. And there are several, I would not believe, I'll be honest, I think that there are probably 3 or 4 Republicans that are thinking they're done and they may resign sooner rather than later. And think about this, if you're Mike Johnson and you're probably going to win the, Afton versus Matt Van Epps. You're probably going to win that. But if you lose 3 or 4 more, you may not have to worry about the midterms. The midterms may come before that. So you've got to figure this out. And there are a lot of people out there that they're sick of, I saw a great article today in Axios. It's the worst, best paying job. $176,000 a year, death threats all the time from both parties, people. Loyalty test to Trump, the fear all the time of being on the wrong side of Trump or the right side and the wrong side of other people, and and giving up lots of power. People are, it's an ugly time, And the thing is, the Republicans have a deep bench, but it's fractured. Let me know what you think. Love hearing from all of you. Bunch of good stuff still to get to. They found something in, I believe it was San Francisco. And it is amazing what they found. And it's going to be a Thanksgiving for some people. We'll talk a bit about that, among other things coming up. It is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Bulwark Capital is awesome. Right now, they want to give you a free risk review. This is where they go through your entire 401k, your IRA, your investments, and show you what's going on. Are there hidden fees? Are you at risk in certain areas? Are you going to grow enough to get you where you want to go in your retirement? And it doesn't cost you anything at all. It's a risk review. They're going to talk about what it is they do, lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility, and how they can get you the most upside potential. That's what I love about Bulwark. They're going to talk about AI, what's going on there, but they're also going to talk about what they do, which is value investing, and how they do it globally. It's a free risk review. Sign up today at knowyourriskpodcast.com, KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com, or call 866-779-RISK, 866-779-RISK for Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trick Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involve risk, not a guarantee. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 25338.
All right, drivers. We've got closed due to a crash. Highway 70 north of East Kingston Springs Road in Cheatham County. Woodbine, they're still cleaning up that semi-fire. The right lane block, 24 westbound at I-440. 6 Democratic military veterans who told troops to refuse illegal orders now being contacted by the FBI. These stories and more at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, to find that gem in your life.
How about this? A vintage high-grade copy of a forgotten Superman comic book set a record at an auction back on Thursday of last week. Superman #1, that's it there, from 1939, sold for a little over $9 million. It was at Heritage Auctions. The auction house says the comic book was found last year by 3 brothers who were cleaning out the attic of their late mother's California home. She had it up there all this time. It was only protected by a stack of old newspapers. It was in a cardboard box, in fact. But the condition was still good. Drew a 9 on a 10-point grading scale for comic books. The comic's closing price makes it the most expensive comic book ever sold at auction.
Nerds. I would. The first thing I would do if I found a comic like that, I'd call my uncle because he's the king of the nerds. And he would say, put it somewhere. Do not touch it. I'm getting on a plane and coming to see you. And I'm like, okay.
Or you could just talk to me.
I would call you. Right? Because now that I know I have Nerd too, right? Then you guys could all come over and stare at it. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do with it.
I had a collection of about 30,000 comic books at one time.
Excuse me? I'm sorry. Did you put that in your dating profile? I got a lot of comics.
I'm really nice and I don't spit when I talk.
I got a new retainer. My mom's pretty excited. 30. Now, what did you have that was your most valuable?
Oh, I had like the first Spider-Man, the first X-Men, the first Hulk.
What are those worth today?
Dude, it was. I mean, I had stuff all the way back to the Platinum Age, which was the 20s.
Man.
Up to,
Good God.
the mid-90s.
Man. I would tell everybody burn down on a fire or something. I mean, that's like, that is, because this went for $9 million.
That's all based on the grade.
Yeah, but the grade, and they were lucky. I was saying today how lucky, because they're in San Francisco, so it's always damp. You're in an older home. There were rats. They ate through a bunch of stuff. It was, would you say they were lucky because it was buried under newspaper, right?
Yeah, keeping it under the newspaper, because you got to remember it was made of newsprint, so it almost gave it somewhat of a neutral environment, whereas if it had been more exposed to the heat, it would have been brittle and discolored and things like that.
So what would a 10 have probably got?
Oh, you're not going to find a 10. I mean, even amongst newer books, when I sold my collection out of 30,000, I had 4 books that got a 9. No, a 9.9.
So you're not
Not a
really
single
finding anything like this is crazy to have a 9 that was up there for that long.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's just up there, you know.
That's probably the best copy that they'll ever find. And within the next year or two, that will probably surpass $20 million.
Good God. So each one of them's getting $3 million. California tax is taking $2 million of it each. They'll each get $1 million.
The fees.
I wonder
from
what Sotheby's
auction
probably gets 10%. I would assume 8. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've sold anything there. Like never. So, and in California with all that money, they'll be able to buy a lean-to in Oakland.
with cold running water.
Yeah, with cold running water. That's it. Not the hot. Oh, it doesn't matter. By the way, whichever way you turn it, still cold. Coming up, hour number 2 of the program, the economy. Talk a little bit about that. Got our Hot Take Tuesday. More on the turkey pardoning happening today. Big news. Was it Waddle and Gobbler? Gobble?
Waddle and Gobble.
Yep, there they go. They were pardoned today. Talk about that as well. If you're missing the show, grab the podcast. Hour number 2 straight ahead. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Drivers in Cheatham County Highway 70 is closed just north of Keystone Springs Road due to a crash. And then on 24 westbound, they're still cleaning up that semi-fire. Right lane is blocked there at 440. Millions of Americans, 81 million predicted, already getting away for the Thanksgiving holiday. ABC's Melissa Adon is at LAX in LA.
52,000 flights expected. Some of those already have taken off today and still expected to take off today, making this Tuesday the busiest day for air travel during this Thanksgiving holiday period. That is, we're looking at during this entire week of travel, about 18 million passengers that TSA expects to screen.
So here in Tennessee, AAA predicts 1.9 million of us going to travel at least 50 miles from home between now and Monday, setting a new record. About 1.8 million will drive. 51,000 Tennesseans will fly. Well, the half dozen Democratic veterans of the military and intelligence community who appeared in a video urging troops to ignore what they said were illegal orders now being contacted by the FBI. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy with the latest from Washington.
Sources say the FBI is aiming to schedule interviews with the 6 congressional Democrats who appeared in the video. Director Kash Patel says career agents and analysts of the FBI will determine next steps, including whether there's a legal basis to open an investigation. The Pentagon says it's conducting a thorough review of Senator Mark Kelly's conduct and is looking at possibly recalling the retired Navy captain to active duty to face military punishment. The Democrats insist their video urging troops to ignore illegal orders simply restated the law.
Police in France say they've made more arrests in connection with last month's heist at the Louvre. 4 people arrested this morning, including the last member of the so-called Gang of Four who police say carried out the heist. ABC's Tom Sufi Burridge is in Paris with more.
In the CCTV footage from October the 19th, when that daylight heist on a Sunday morning at the Louvre took place, you can see 2 men who actually go up that ladder and cut the hole in the window of the Louvre and then access the building, go in, smash the glass casings, and then make it out before the police can arrive. And there are 2 other individuals on motorbikes down at the bottom of the ladder who were the getaway drivers. So 4 in total. Police believe now they have the whole gang.
There's still no indication of where the crown jewels stolen in the heist are. It's a White House tradition dating back to President Harry Truman. President Trump pardoning 2 turkeys ahead of Thanksgiving today. Gobble and waddle.
Gobble, I just want to tell you this very important. You are hereby unconditionally pardoned.
So Gobble and Waddle officially spared from the Thanksgiving dinner table. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Happy Tuesday, my Friday. Pretty excited about the Tuesday, my Friday. A lot of stuff going on. People traveling. Be safe out there, people. You know, I mean, somebody earlier, there were several people excited, Ken, because you said, was it the truck that overturned? You thought it was beer?
Yeah, I drove by it this morning, and I was looking at it, and it looked like shelves of beer cans, and it smelled like hot beer.
Did you get a Stein and help clean up?
I did not, Brother Bilal. I kept on going.
Well, maybe that was...
I couldn't be drunk on the air.
Oh, sure you can. Look, nobody's listening. We're fine. Remember that was at Major League?
Yeah.
Like, you can't say that. No one's listening.
Yeah, it smelled like hot beer.
Hot beer, baby. Oh, my Lord.
And the trailer, you couldn't tell, like, what brand, because the trailer is just charred.
There's no such thing as bad beer. Some is just better than others.
Here's a question.
That's a good hot take.
Where do you think the worst opportunity, what freeway, what area do you think they're going to go tomorrow at like noon? Hey, this is the best time to close half of this freeway so we can paint this line. Where do you think that's going to happen? They always do that. Right, like that. This is it's Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving. We need to paint these 4 lines. We need 40 people to do it in 7,000 cones. It's gonna be the
probably
40.
got to be on the loop somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere,
Trying to get out of town.
somewhere, right in front of the airport.
Yeah.
How is our airport holding up? So far, I haven't really seen anything too bad.
I think it's doing okay right now.
Yeah, because
otherwise we'd hear about it.
Yeah, because today is the day for travel. I've always said this, like, I would travel on a Monday, come home on a Saturday. Travel, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of thing that I never travel on a Tuesday or Wednesday, come home on a Saturday, never come home on a Sunday. Oh, and don't work on a Monday either if you're traveling. That's a nightmare. That is. I'm going to travel from my kitchen to the couch. And thanks to my daughter, there will be traffic. She zooms around in her scooter and she builds things. She comes out and it's like Poltergeist, the movie. Within 10 minutes, she's got stuff stacked. She's building things.
She's disappeared into the TV.
She's disappeared into the TV. She's like, Dad. By the way, did you see that exorcisms and the inquiry of exorcisms is up?
Really?
Yeah. Where does that? It's tough out there when the exorcisms are up.
Well, I mean, the passing of Ed and Lorraine Warren left a void.
It did leave a void. And I don't think Matt Rife is going to fill it. Although he's funny, but I don't think he's going to fill the void.
What about that cat? What's his name? Now I can't remember his name.
Who?
Dadgummit.
Nope. You got to sit. Now we're going to sit here and try to figure out who it is.
Zach Baggins, who does
From Lord of the Rings?
Haunted.
That's Bilbo.
Zach Baggins. He's based out of Las Vegas, and he and his buddies, they go and they investigate hauntings. They're on Paramount Plus, I believe.
Okay.
A lot of their stuff, and he actually purchased the doll known as Annabelle.
Oh, is he the one?
For a while, he did for a while, but then I think he sold it to the guy who's got it now.
Well, that's Matt Rife.
Right.
The comedian and his buddy bought. So they own the house, and everything stays in the house. All of the stuff they've collected over the years, and basically they're the keepers of it now. So if you ever buy that house, you're thinking this is a great house. Just know that you're going to be tasked with keeping the stuff.
Yeah.
Or burning the place down and starting over.
Yeah, I mean, so just know that.
Which, Ed and Lorraine kept it in a glass case. Oh. And apparently the room where all their artifacts were, and at least in the movies, they tell visitors, don't touch anything.
Yeah. Well, that guy that took the traveling thingy around, like, because they took it usually right around August. They'll take it around for like 3 months through Halloween. And the dude who was the overseer, he died.
Ooh.
He had a heart attack.
Yeah, heart attack.
Yeah, but still.
But he had known history of heart issues.
Yeah, but that's only because of Annabelle.
Now Annabelle's loose.
She's on the loose. Why don't you turn me loose?
I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole.
It is kind of creepy because it's just a regular old Raggedy Ann doll.
Just a little Raggedy Ann doll.
I'd hug her and tell her she's ugly.
I can't believe he's single. That's what it would say. You guys want to know why?
Ghost Adventures. That's what it's called.
Ghost Adventures. Okay.
Yeah, Zach Baggins and his crew. One of them's wives actually hired a hitman to kill him.
Wow.
Or at least was accused of it. Aaron Goodwin was his name.
My God.
You can't be messing around with ghosts and spirits, man.
No, it's the fringe.
Make your wives go crazy.
That's the fringe world right there. I mean, it's nuts. There was a big article in my buddy sent it to me in Forbes Dark Capital when a financial advisor turns hoodoo for spells. So they're turning to like different kind of things for spells. You're like, what? To try to fix the economy? Yeah, we're in a bad place, kids. We got to do better. We got to do better. There has to be, a turning point. Well, you know what? I know what it is. This is how you know America is. We need to be shook because in the 31st district in Texas, there is going to be a primary. And the guy that's been there, he's 84. He's been there for like 465 years. So it's a congressional seat. The person that is going to run against him in the primary, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow.
That's right. You're like, who was that? Wait, hold on. No, I'm sorry, Chad. I thought you said that was Vince?
Yeah.
With ShamWow.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow.
Yeah, that's right. He is running. Here's his platform.
The woke churches are after our kids' nuts. Not no more. We're not chopping nuts. You're going to love your nuts with a ShamWow guy.
I give up. You're going to love your nuts with the ShamWow guy.
2 coats of this special product, I'd never be cut off.
How do we get here? Honest to God, how do we get here? How do we get Herschel Walker? To this day, when he stood up there, talked about that movie he saw with the werewolves, I thought to myself, no. Remember that? Do you remember the werewolf story?
No, I don't, man. But I'm picturing it. It's cracking me up.
And oh, God, we got to find that. So he's holding a press conference, right? As only Herschel Walker could do. And here he is running to be, a senator.
Yeah.
And he starts talking about werewolves. And I was watching a movie about werewolves and like vampires. And you're like, what are you talking about, man? and it's like, here it is. Let's see here. It's just, is this the crazy speech about werewolves? Oh, yeah. Okay. So he says he wants to be a werewolf. Right? As you do.
I was watching this movie. Called Fright Night, Freak Night, or some type of night. But it's about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people or they not. But I'm going to tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Do you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf. You got to have faith in this country. You got to have faith in the elected officials. And right now, that's the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
That's quite the pivot.
I can't believe he didn't win.
That was quite the pivot.
Who are you voting for? Who's the werewolf guy again? Or did he want to be a vampire? Did you guys know? No, I didn't know any of those things. I didn't. Because that's not real. And then that leads us to this. I mean, you get this.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow.
It's Vince with ShamWow. Running as a Republicans. Because if you like your nuts, you're going to keep your nuts. Whatever you say.
Man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the last time a politician told us that, it didn't really work out.
Yeah, I know. And then you got the one and only thinking about whether or not she's going to run for Senate in Texas. Crockett.
Oh, Jasmine.
Mini Cricket. What, really? It's like, this is the best you guys can do? We need a reset. I be thinking we need a reset. What did she say the other day? Something like, I be this or what? And you're like, oh, God.
I don't know, man. She said people be texting.
People be texting. That was after she ousted somebody for having Jeffrey Epstein as a campaign donations, only to find out it was just a guy named Jeffrey, and his last name happened to be Epstein.
And her claim was, I didn't say it was the Jeffrey
Yeah, it's
Epstein.
like, oh, okay. You weren't alluding to somebody? And then you got the ShamWow guy.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow.
I don't know. Who do you think's going to win? Vince with ShamWow? Then you got Dr. Oz going, have you guys ever had a charcuterie board?
I remember during the 2020 run, one of the Democratic candidates, whenever it was just wide open, held a press conference and had a can of whipping cream. Like a supporter handed him a can of whipping cream, and then the supporter got on his knees, and the candidate then poured whipping cream into his mouth. And immediately his handlers came and snatched the whipping cream out of his hands.
Where's Billy Mays when you need him?
And said, we're not doing that. I cannot remember that.
But
man, it was terrible.
You should, right there, you should be done. Like, you should be done. Right there. They should, I'm sorry, but we have to eliminate you right
That's
here.
a little playful banter between a candidate and a constituent.
Little bit. The whipping cream. I mean, it is, the ShamWow guy. Can we not do better? But you know what? Think about this. Why would you want to run in today's world? Honest to God. You're going to run. You're going to get nothing but hate. You're going to get nothing but, you're going to have a fealty test towards Trump or whether or not you hate Trump. You can't have a conversation based on nuance. You have to scare people into voting for you because you can't try to reason with them and talk about why your ideas would be better for the American people. Why would you want to run? Why would you want to give up your business and give up your personal life unless, of course, they just build you as a robot and throws you out there, which may be the best thing coming forward.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have an R by your name, you better be a Trump Republican.
Yeah, and if you're going to have a D by your name, you better hate Trump no matter what. He solves cancer, you better run out and catch it.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter.
And if you're independent, they're both going to excoriate you.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we're still on the same team, which is corporations. It is so, like, he's going to run. He's going to run. And you're thinking to yourself, could he win? I don't even know. I mean, maybe. In this day and age, would I be surprised? Would I be surprised if you're in there and you turn over and you look up there and you're like, oh, my God, it's the ShamWow guy. He's a congressman. You know how it's – think about George Santos. George Santos, first of all, he invented ShamWow. We all knew that, so that was stupid. That was right after he became an astronaut and won the World Volleyball Championship. Oh, God. They're just all awful. They really are. This is just, we got to do better, right? Can we all agree on that?
And people still think, I've got to pick the less awful one. No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't. You don't have to pick that shouldn't be the way it works. That shouldn't be, this is our best bad idea. But because we are so insane with the way that we handle politics now and our identity's wrapped up, and we can't just go, well, I disagree with that guy. No, it's going to be, I hate you. And then you send death threats. Oh, good God. Coming up, it's Hot Take Tuesday. We got a lot of hot takes. Today's about food. A lot of hot takes about food, right? I told my wife about Belle's hot take. She's like, you better watch out. So we got a lot of hot takes about food today coming up. If you got a hot take, let us know. Remember, it's not political. We're just having fun here, especially if it's a Thanksgiving kind of hot take. If you're missing the show, grab the podcast. It is the Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 997. Right now, go to buyraycon.com/Chad. It is a great opportunity for you to save up to 40% Black Friday early deals going on right now, including deals on headphones, earbuds. The headphones are amazing. So they got the everyday headphones, the essential headphones, the fitness headphones, the pro headphones. For somebody like earbuds, they got the classic headphones, the impact headphones. They got the amazing pro headphones with the elite cancellation and all the stuff, the fast charger, which is incredible, including the Magic Spin cable, all of the stuff, the Magic Travel adapter, and the 5-in-1 charger. And then, of course, the classic earbuds. 8 hours talk time, 32 hours of battery life, fit, feel, comfort, second to none. All this amazing stuff. 40% off. Get ahead of it right now. Win the holiday season with the best sound quality around. Up to 40% off. Black Friday deals going on right now when you go to buyraycon.com/Chad. Take advantage of this right now. Buyraycon.com/Chad. Buyraycon.com/Chad.
People already heading out for Thanksgiving, and prosecutors on New York's Long Island say they've broken up a ring of porch pirates who had inside information from FedEx. Well, got to tell you about that coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, my God, it's an inside job.
It's an inside job, boys.
Hey, everybody. Hey. It's an inside job. I got him. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, by the way, I'm watching. I watched three Hallmark movies today.
All right.
Including one I'd never seen that was awesome.
Did you watch the one about the Grand Ole Opry?
No, I haven't watched that one yet. I watched one today called Wish Upon a Christmas about a girl who had a liver disease, and she'd let it get so bad that she had to find a living donor. And she found this guy that happened to be in the same town with her. They fell in love. He donated a kidney. They fell in love, and they really got married. It was a real story. It was touched my heart. I just want to let you guys know that. Touched my heart. All right. That's what we do here.
For a kidney, right?
Yeah. No, for a liver. They give her a liver. So the livers regenerate, but fell in love. And I will say, in real life, she's a little bit easier on the eyes than him. I'm not saying it was because of the whole, I just think they fell in love. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Jeez, guys. Hot take Tuesday. It is Hot Take Tuesday. We're doing our hot takes here. My hot take was simply this. Kids, younger ones, you guys recognize this. Your foodie world, whether it's sriracha or stupid avocado toast or whatever it is, that is not a personality trait. Okay? Sriracha especially. It is not a trait. It is not something you want. People that bring their own sriracha to places, stop it. Okay? Stop it. You know who you are. I've seen you. Right? And don't be snobby about it. It is not a personality trait.
I have yet to see that, but now
man,
I want
I've seen
to.
that. I have seen that.
Well, sriracha out of
I have a
out of
little
the
tiny,
purse.
travel bottle of it that I put on my cat's leash just so I know it's around when I need it.
Dude, that probably do, ladies and gentlemen. He wants to know everything. Bell, what do you got for us, Bell?
Let's just be honest. Turkey sucks, and I'd rather have ribeye. Turkey is like the least enjoyable of all the.
Turkey done okay. My wife's going to cook you ribeye because that's who she is, and because
I wasn't being serious about her doing that.
well, it doesn't matter because Bell's coming over to our house. For those of you who don't know, because we're like, hey, you know what would be great if we invited Bell over and he came over and then made us change up everything because he's a turd. No, but she's not a fan of turkey either. Like a big fan of turkey.
Yeah, my family, they don't like it either.
I'm a ham guy. If I had
Me too.
But I will tell you this turkey, the way she did it last year was the most amazing thing. And I love a turkey sandwich. I love leftovers.
Oh, yes.
It's weird. It's almost like you want to take the turkey out, put it on the side, and go, we'll eat you tomorrow. But now we're going to have the ham.
Yeah.
I used to beg my mother to make a pot roast.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, God. I love and we didn't get a big enough turkey last year. And by the way, turkeys are so damn expensive right now.
How many people did you have?
It was just the four of us.
Oh, wow.
But we didn't get a big one. And, we got one of those, I'm not going to lie, we got a little bit of a shishi bird. Went over to the farmer's market there over in the Rosa Parks and got a bit of a shishi bird. We did the same thing this year. And we got one big enough because I will eat a turkey. In fact, when you sit down with us, you're going to notice everybody's going to have their food. You'll have your ribeye and your tequila. My wife will have her food and the kids will have their food. And I'll be sitting there and I'll have a giant turkey sandwich.
With mayonnaise on it.
With dripping mayonnaise.
Yes.
No. I'm correcting you both. It will be a giant mayonnaise sandwich with a little turkey on it.
Yeah, it's basically it. Charlie had another mayonnaise sandwich the other day, my daughter. My wife made a sandwich for me, and she goes, I want a sandwich too, Mom, just mayonnaise.
Raising it right.
That's it.
Raising it right.
All right, young Ken, what you got for us?
Pecans on the dessert table are like raisins in cookies. Nobody asked for that betrayal.
Nobody did. That is a betrayal.
I mean, pecan pie, okay, but not in the fudge, not in the cookies, not in the cupcakes. Just straight fudge, straight cupcakes, straight brownies, no pecans.
My buddy who's out in California, listened to us, super conservative guy, great guy. His name's Jim Kennedy, Kennedy Institute Public Policy Research. He goes, my hot take is pumpkin pie is not a good dessert. I'm like, you know what? It's not. Pumpkin pie is not a good anything.
Pumpkin pie exists for only one reason, and that is to be a mechanism of delivery for the whipped cream.
Yeah. You know what's weird about pumpkin pie? When's the last time in like February or April you're like, you know what? I'd like some pumpkin pie. Nobody does that.
I need me a big old piece of pumpkin.
Nobody does that. Pie. Look, desserts shouldn't have seasons. Okay? Just
You
like
should be able to
sriracha
get a
sauce.
pumpkin pie year round.
Yeah. If you're going to have it, have the damn thing. All right? Just leave us alone.
Put
And
some
by the way,
sriracha on it.
yeah, with sriracha on it. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, remember this.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow.
And I want to be your candidate. So there you go.
I'm here to save your kids' nuts.
King's Hawaiian rolls are an abomination. I don't know who you are.
Oh, that's sacrilege.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
It's a father and daughter who run the Hawaiian rolls. Those things are the best. King's Hawaiian rolls.
Man, my kids.
Why does this guy hate families?
I don't know. I mean, that's a really good idea. I don't know why you hate that. But King's Hawaiian rolls, I love those.
My kids devoured those.
Yeah. When you go by there too, like the Hawaiian roll place out there in LA.
Oh, I bet you that smells like heaven.
It's so delicious. It is so amazing. Ooh, my God, that is like, this is what it's all about, kids. And then the kids are like, you know what this thing needs? Sriracha sauce. And I'll just
Correct.
and you know what else it needs? It also needs pecans and
Put a
avocado
pecan
toast.
on it, boys. Yes.
Ambrosia Jello salad needs sriracha sauce.
Ambrosia coming to the stage. Ambrosia. That's still weird that they're a horrible salad and a band or dessert
And
or
a
whatever
stripper.
it is. And a stripper, correct. Forgot all about that. Can't leave her out of it. Coming up, who knows what? We're having a lot of fun. Taking some of your text messages as well. Vince from ShamWow, we got to get him on the show. Ask him about that horrible movie he did. And, of course, then ask him, so what have you been doing since the ShamWow days?
He needs to come in studio and bring us some ShamWows.
Do you remember have a ShamWow?
No.
Oh, I did. They were pretty cool. I mean, they were really good, because they're ShamWows. And what did he say? They're made in Germany, and the Germans make great everything.
Especially munitions.
Oh, good God. It's the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Drivers, we have closed due to a crash. Highway 70 just north of East Kingston, Springs Road in Cheatham County. Here in Nashville, still cleaning up that semi-fire, the right lane blocked 24 westbound at I-440. Thanksgiving travel already underway. Parts of the east getting some of what parts of southeast Texas and Mississippi got overnight in a powerful line of storms. This resident calling the wind unbelievable.
It was so forceful, it was like fighting 50 men until I finally got the door shut.
Yeah, extensive damage to more than 100 homes. Here in Tennessee, AAA predicts that 1.9 million Tennesseans going to travel at least 50 miles from home between now and Monday. That'll set a new state record. About 1.8 million going to drive. 51,000 will fly. And if you're one of the millions traveling for Thanksgiving, Franklin Police offering vacation patrol service while you're away. You can submit your request online at franklintn.gov by providing your travel dates, contact info, details about your home. Remember, these patrols aren't guaranteed, so secure your property before leaving. And prosecutors on New York's Long Island say they've broken up a ring of porch pirates, people who hacked into a FedEx delivery system to track when and where packages showed up. Aaron Katersky.
Prosecutors say a sophisticated ring of porch pirates was after mobile phones and other electronics and knew when FedEx was dropping them off because they had hacked into the shipping giant's delivery network and placed bulk orders using fake names but real addresses of unsuspecting homeowners.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Into Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving afternoon will be in the 40s under plenty of sunshine. It's even colder Thanksgiving night down to the 20s, and then Black Friday in
The Wellness Institute of Nashville. Right now, Big Daddy Trump special. $12, comprehensive exam, x-rays if needed. If you got your MRI, bring it. They're going to explain your diagnosis and your first treatment right there. All for just $12. So let me tell you something. If you've thought to yourself, my back is too bad. Right. I've got tingling in my fingers and my toes. I've got bad sciatic. I've got all of these things. I'm never going to be right. You can live a pain-free life. Dr. Mitchell and Dr. Ashley can get you there. First, with their amazing, incredible, state-of-the-art non-surgical spinal decompression, the knee decompression. It elongates this, takes the pressure off the nerve. It is incredible. They got anti-gravity machine. It's like a spaceship. And then their knowledge. You put those two together, and what do you have? You have a win-win. So don't think you can't get there. You can. And there is no surgery, no spinal injections, no painkillers, just great, great knowledge and the best equipment around. So what I want you to do, call them today, 615-246-5009, 615-246-5009 for the Wellness Institute in Nashville, 615-246-5009 at painisbad.com. Sandra said she inherited a ShamWow from her grandmother and she hasn't used it. I'm not saying you're going to retire on a ShamWow, but I'm just saying. Go buy one, right? You get one that's as seen on TV things and, Walmart, they got anything out. Go buy one. They are cool. They're like, they suck it up. It's cool. A lot of
they
people
prevent castration.
They, yeah, the ShamWow guy, for those you don't know, Vince from ShamWow.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow.
He's running, and here is his one of his videos.
The woke churches are after our kids' nuts, not no more. We're not chopping nuts. You're gonna love your nuts with the ShamWow guy.
What? You're gonna love your nuts because the woke church is cutting off your nuts.
He just sounds so positive when he's saying.
Always. That we should send him over to negotiate with Putin. You're going to love it. You're going to love what we're doing here. No, check it out, Vlad. Look at this here. You're not looking at me right here. I want to tell you guys something. This is what's going to be going on. Vlad, look at me here. Look at me here. You see this here? There's a stain right here. There's a stain. We put Russia right here. This is where we put it. We put it over. This is where Ukraine was. We moved it. We put you right here. You're going to love this. You're going to love what we did for you. Right now, 2 for 1. Oh, goodness me. That is so awesome. Some of the other stuff. My uncle that wears a half a gallon of patchouli is the one that brings avocado toast.
Wears half a gallon of patchouli.
Yeah. God, patchouli.
Is there actually cologne? That is patchouli cologne.
I know there's a lot of women that wear the patchouli. You know who they are. They're about 45, right? They don't wear any makeup.
Patchouli is nothing more than an early warning system for hippies.
That's what it is.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Have you seen those, like, ladies? They wear the long down to their ankles and stuff, and they're going to talk to you about their crystals and their cat.
And they have a whole bunch of charm bracelets.
Oh, so many.
And they know Reiki.
Oh, so Reiki. They're going to tell me about my chakras.
And Carole King is playing in the background.
Oh, totally. And the funny thing is,
oh, my God.
This lady I used to work with, she was awesome. She was my lovable liberal at my old place. She was super liberal. But the funny thing was, she always used to tell me, I know all the stuff I believe and I want to happen is a bunch of crap. She goes, but I just love, but she wore patchouli all the time. And I just thought it was awesome, right? Like, and she was an old school punker that had become that like Reiki thing. And we would just laugh at, all the time. But God, you could smell the patchouli from far away.
Nothing says you've been smoking pot more than patchouli.
Cloves.
We had an overnight guy at KDF, and that we used to joke constantly that you never heard him come in, you never saw him come in, you smelled him come in.
Oh, one of those.
Because he would wear so much polo.
Oh,
that I
polo.
Could be, from the front door all the way back in my office on the other side of the building, I would realize what I was smelling. I would be like, he's here.
Drakkar Noir.
He's here.
Remember Drakkar Noir?
No.
Like, what is Drakkar? Oh, you're like, what is that? What is it? What? Oh, it's Drakkar. Somebody's got Drakkar on. Yeah, that's right. I got some Drakkar on. What do you think of that? Rocking my Hirachis.
I need to put some sriracha on that.
Sriracha was a dream. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah, a lot of, there's some other stuff. Cranberry sauce is garbage. Green bean casserole is terrible.
Unless you get it fresh out of the oven. But next day, no.
Now, what do you make your green bean casserole with? Do you do mushroom or do you do something else?
Put mushrooms, like cream of mushroom soup, some spicy pepper flakes, and then a whole bunch of the crunchy onions.
Yeah, the crunchy onions. Those are good. Those are
but once the crunchy onions go soggy, then it's
then it's a done deal.
Yeah, you know what? It's got a shelf life. It's like French fries, right? French fries, like McDonald's French fries, are the greatest thing made with angel tears, right? But if they go too long, then they're that stuff that you put inside when you ship, that popcorn stuff. It's not.
Yeah.
You can't. So there's a shelf life. The minute you take it out, it starts counting down. You got like 7 minutes to get it in your mouth or you're done.
You have to eat them immediately or you're not going to be eating them at all.
It's like driving a new car off the lot.
Yeah.
You immediately start depreciation.
The depreciation of fun is over. I have my wife makes a green bean casserole, but she uses like chicken broth, probably Campbell's chicken broth, because it's for what did that guy say? The horrible things he said about Campbell's, how horrible the meat is.
Yeah, well, and then he was using racial slurs to talk about the people who buy it.
Yeah.
He was basically slamming poor people, but he apparently did it in what was seemingly a racist way.
Yeah, he went after everybody.
And he's an executive.
Yeah, was an executive. So apparently, if I'm correct,
I think if I'm not incorrect, that he was in the marketing department.
that is.
He was a young up-and-comer.
Yeah, he was. He also said send a whole bunch of these things to some trans influencers.
And apparently he said that the chicken is fake or something like that.
Yeah, he said it was like genetic chicken.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it is. But so if the way it happened, if I'm correct, is this had all to do with somebody snitched on him, and this all got out because somebody had this, took it to like HR. HR then fired the guy who took it to him, and then he sued. And once Sue started, he's like, I want to take it the full freight. And when you do that, they want discovery. Well, discovery, everything's going to come out. He called. Yeah. Somebody called. Campbell's Soup says it's food for poor people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I don't know what that, is it?
Okay, so.
Who buys our blank? I don't buy Campbell's products, barely anymore. It's not healthy now that I know what blanking in it. Bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. He goes, Campbell's employees of Indian heritage, the voice continued. This is what he was saying. Blanking Indians don't know a blanking thing, like they couldn't think for their blanking selves.
I don't see anything racist in it. I don't know how the guy's a racist. I
think he's talking about the Indian stuff, but he's not. He didn't drop any. It doesn't seem like he dropped any N-bombs, because I think that when we say racism, that's what everybody.
That's what you go to that immediately.
Yeah,
yeah. He says we have bleep. That's for poor people. Who buys our bleep? Shh. I don't buy bleep Campbell's products barely anymore.
Barely.
It's unhealthy.
Nothing better than a good old bowl of Campbell's tomato soup when it's cold.
Outside, yeah, with a grilled cheese.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and you dip the grilled cheese in.
Absolutely.
Yes. So this guy is a moron.
He is a moron. But you know what? They didn't print the tomatoes like they did here. So
3D printer chicken. I wonder if you can do that.
Okay, the employee, I guess, was of Indian descent that took it to this. He goes, blanking Indians don't know a blanking thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
you can't
but
say
the
that.
But the whistleblower got fired.
Mm-hmm. So he met with this guy in November of 24 to discuss his salary. He says the meeting turned into an hour-long rant by Bali, during which he disparaged the quality of Campbell's products and customers, made racist comments about Indian employees, and admitted to coming to work while high on marijuana edibles.
Wow.
That's not normal.
Well, yeah. And by the way, Campbell's is not cheap. It's not like it's 59 cents.
I tell you what is great value.
Great value is, baby. And you know what's great? Great value. And I don't care that they printed that chicken from something.
Me either. As long as there's not any pecans in it.
No, pecans are gross.
Raisins.
Ugh, also.
I will put sriracha sauce in my chicken noodle soup, though.
Now,
it's a rule.
I love, like, ramen. Ramen's like 10 cents.
Ooh, I freaking love ramen,
Ramen's delicious. It's not good for you. I don't care.
No, ramen's like 10 cents a metric ton.
It is. I don't even know. You ever wonder, like, who's making money on this?
It's not good for you. I don't care.
I don't really care. It's not good for you. It's great. It's great for you.
Good, man. I love it. And now you can get. Have you seen the spicy shrimp ramen?
Oh, you can get all the stuff.
Dude?
You can get everything now.
Oh, and little bits of shrimp.
Yeah, just right there. Printed, 3D printed.
They may be, actually.
But it is so, it's so, I love ramen. I eat ramen every day. It's one of those things I can eat this every day. It is. It's just delicious. I don't know why it's delicious. I don't know what kind of wizardry they put into it. That little stuff. And when you pull open the little foil thing and you start dumping it out, immediately this probably No, it's probably not healthy. Then you take that first bite and you go, yes, it is.
Just don't check your blood pressure.
Just
30
do
minutes
not.
after.
A little sodium in it.
It's like, what is it, like 600 milligrams
It's
of
just-
sodium or something?
There's so much sodium in it. There is so much sodium in it. You don't even want to know. That's what it says on there. It says sodium, and it's all you don't want to know.
It just says sodium, lots of it.
MSG? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, geez. I can't wait for the holidays. Take a few days off. Are you guys doing anything for the holidays?
We're going to northern North Carolina, where my in-laws have some friends who have a house in the mountains.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to cook a ham because I'm the only one in my family that likes turkey. So we're going to cook a ham, then a whole bunch of other stuff, and going to drink beer and eat, and then drink beer and eat.
What days
And then
are
I'm
you
going to
off?
watch football.
What days are you off?
I'm off tomorrow.
Okay, I'm off tomorrow and all the way till Monday, and we'll be back Tuesday. We got a big surprise on Tuesday coming in to hang out, maybe. But you know what? Here's something else.
Oh, that's a done deal.
Okay, so there's that. But the Belle's going to be hanging out with me for the next couple days. I just hate traveling this time of year.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a long time. Well, I take that back. Before we got Little Fritz, we would go get a cabin in Townsend, which is outside of Pigeon Forge. But the lady we rented the cabins from, she didn't allow pets, so we had to stop doing that. So, and that wasn't bad travel. That was it's like 2.5 hours. Drive over there.
A few years ago, Jack was out with us. We decided to go see my family. We're in Arizona, and we drive to L.A. because we have all the kids with us. And we left on a Tuesday. Normally, it's a 5-hour drive from Palm Springs all the way into, like Corona area, 6 hours. Just in the space of like 20 miles. No accidents. Wow. Just 6 hours.
Dude, I'm telling you, I haven't lived in Boise, Idaho for over 10 years now. But there's a lot of California transplants in Boise. And that was the number one reason that they said they had to move out of Southern California was traffic. This guy lived 2 miles from where he worked, and it was an hour commute.
Yeah, you could see your house.
It's going to fix that, right?
Yeah.
More government.
Nobody's ever going to fix it. See, you could see your house. You're like, I'm going to get there in like 3 hours. Like maybe. That's it. Like you get out, go to the bathroom, come back to your car, and then drive into it. Like that's it. And everybody's always saying, oh, God, all these California move here. Well, welcome to California. There's like 12 million people in California I was born. There's 40 million people now. And nobody's ever from California, but like 8 of us.
Well, half of the 40 million are illegals.
By the way, go to a Dodger game when the Cubs are in town. It's 50,000 people from Illinois wearing their stupid Cubs hat. You know who you are.
Eating brats.
Yeah, eating brats. And they're wondering why that team sucks. The Cubbies suck again this year. All right, coming up. What I got coming up? I don't know. Something fun. Oh, fun stuff. I got some fun stuff coming up. If you're missing the show, we always say shame on you. Grab the podcast. Check out all of our social media. Check out mine, at Chad Benson Show is your ex, which, by the way, in America, just to let you guys know that, as well as my YouTube. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Bulwark Capital, my buddies over there are absolutely crushing it and otherworldly this year, and you should be a part of it. They want to talk to you about what they can do to help you when it comes to your investments across the board. This is what I want you to do. Call 866-779-RISK, 866-779-RISK. Tell them Chad sent you. They'll give you a free risk review. It's like having a second set of eyes, a second opinion on what's going on in your portfolio, your investments, your 401k, whatever it is. Let them take a look. They'll talk about what it is that they do. Doesn't cost you anything. Worst case scenario is you part as friends. You learn a little something. But this is what I love about them. They build everything for you. They have plans for you. It's not a cookie cutter solution. and they're value investors. They look globally. They don't just think locally. So call 866-779-RISK today or go to knowyourriskpodcast.com, KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com to sign yourself up for a Know Your Risk portfolio review. My friends over at Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 25338.
Peak holiday travel already underway. We'll tell you about that and other top stories at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Da-na-na-na. Somebody says, if your show's so popular, why don't people call in? Because we don't open the phone lines. We talk about 40 things all the time. We're moving on, and that's the way it is. We always move on, move on, move on, move on. It's got to be that way. We got stuff going on. You know, it's the way the business is, kids. I hate to break it to you. It's always going fast, baby. Go fast, go fast. What's going on in the economy? What's going on? Did Trump pardon the turkeys? He sure did. What kind of turkeys were they? I don't know. Tasty ones, I'm assuming. Pardoned both of them. That's right. And let's find out how they're doing and what their names are.
The turkeys being pardoned today go by the names of Gobble and Waddle, When I first saw their pictures, I thought we should send them, I shouldn't say this. I was going to call them Chuck and Nancy. But then I realized I wouldn't be pardoning them. I would never pardon those two people.
Duh, I would never do that. Never pardon those. Yes, you would. If the price is right. You might pardon those two people. That is the, I find it the weirdest thing that we do that every year. I mean, I guess it's like I get it. Came from a long time ago and people get excited about it. But it's just weird that we pardon two turkeys. Is there nothing else going on? Is there nothing else we could be focusing on, like the cost of life? Where's the healthcare thing you were talking about? We're still waiting for that. Thought you're going to roll that thingy out yesterday. No, not at all. We got a lot of good stuff still we can talk to. We're going to talk about the economy. We didn't get much into it. Talking about a lot of different things last hour. And having fun, because that's what life is. Like, my show is meant for everybody hanging out, having a conversation. You know, I was thinking about, did you see, was it Applebee's or Chili's a few years ago? They had a ramen burger where they had ramen noodles and then the burger was on the inside.
I'd do that.
It was very interesting. It was an interesting, I'm like, I'll try it, but can you also bring me 2 buns just in case? Just in case it's too weird for me. Because as you guys know, if you listen to the show, I don't do anything but regular food.
Could you bring me a side of sriracha?
No. Evil. We're talking a little bit about the economy, some stuff with Afton. And, man, it's got a lot of people worked up there. And because Bell just saw a headline. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a little bit as well. Yeah, each headline is more interesting. And she should be happy that they're coming after her. Right? Like, that's good.
She's getting a lot of airtime.
Well, it does really indicate that they perceive her as a big threat.
As a threat. As absolutely a threat. Talk about that as well and a bunch of other good stuff. If you're missing the show, we've got a podcast. Grab it. You guys, get ready for hour number 3 straight ahead. Chad Benz Show. Super Talk 997.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. And drivers are still trying to clean up that semi-fire, so the right lane is still blocked. 24 westbound at I-440. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Peak holiday travel already underway, Gio Benitez.
90% of people will be driving. That's 73 million of you. The busiest days today, tomorrow, and Sunday. The worst time to hit the road today is between noon and 9 p.m. Tomorrow, you're going to want to get going before 11 a.m. And here's another big number for you. 1.2 million people will be taking a train.
1.9 million Tennesseans will travel at least 50 miles from home between now and Monday. That sets a new record for Tennessee. About 1.8 million will drive. 51,000 Tennesseans going to fly. And if you are among those traveling for Thanksgiving in Franklin Police offer a vacation patrol service while you're away. You can submit your request online at franklintn.gov by providing your travel dates, contact info, details about your home. But remember, patrols aren't guaranteed, so lock your doors. And a half dozen Democratic veterans of the military and intelligence community who appeared in a video urging troops to ignore what they called illegal orders, now being contacted by the FBI. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy with the latest from Washington.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the video's vague rhetoric undermines trust, creates hesitation in the chain of command, and erodes cohesion. The Democrats say urging service members to ignore illegal orders simply restates the law they're all expected to follow. With the FBI now seeking interviews with the Democrats who appeared on camera, Michigan Senator Alyssa Slotkin said the use of the FBI to, quote, target us is exactly why we made this video in the first place.
Prosecutors on New York's Long Island say they've broken up a ring of porch pirates. These people hacked into a FedEx delivery system to track when and where packages showed up. Here's Aaron Katursky.
Prosecutors say a sophisticated ring of porch pirates was after mobile phones and other electronics and knew when FedEx was dropping them off because they had hacked into the shipping giant's delivery network and placed bulk orders using fake names but real addresses of unsuspecting homeowners.
Campbell's Soup denying claims about its products that were allegedly made by an executive in a recorded conversation. The person in the recording heard questioning the chicken product in some of the soup. The recording allegedly from a conversation that's now part of a lawsuit. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
Campbell saying, the chicken meat used in our soups comes from long-trusted, USDA-approved U.S. suppliers and meets our high-quality standards. And the company noting, Bally worked in IT and had nothing to do with food production. Bally is on leave, pending a company investigation. In the meantime, the Attorney General in Florida, a state that bans lab-grown meat, says his office is now investigating Campbell's products.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Happy Hot Take Tuesday. Hot take, baby. Excited. It's my Friday. Be off till next Tuesday. So, Afton. It's interesting to watch. She has grown in stature over the last, I would say, month and a half. She's got back into the race, and it's been very interesting to watch. They've thrown a ton of money at this race with Van Epps. And I saw him yesterday. He's like, look, finally we have signs. I'm like, a little late on that one. She's definitely made a move, and they're coming after her hardcore. And let's be real, there's plenty of cannon fodder out there. But a lot of it is from years ago, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. What does she really stand for, right? Because Bell and I talk about it all the time. I mean, we don't agree with like 90% of what most politicians say, so it doesn't really matter. But she's a good person, right? She's good people. You don't have to like her politics to My buddy Jimmy and his brother Ray, way more progressive than she is. And they're great people. I love them to death. We should not talk politics. And we do once in a while just because I like to watch them get riled up and they get riled up. But as a human being, good. And as I was explaining to somebody earlier, they hate America. They say they hate this, they hate that. No, what happens, what you're seeing is, and I'll pull back the curtains here, is the way the algorithms work now. Find the most extreme, crazy thing, make it that everybody in the party is that way, right? Everybody in the party is this way. And everybody in the party wants the same thing this person does, and then the most extreme side of stuff, and make that the reaction that you're going to have. And what happens? The algorithm feeds you onto that, and then you think all of these things. When that's not true. It isn't. So what did the you saw the Fox Bell? What did it say? She hates kids. What did she say? Some weird thing like that. She doesn't like kids.
No, I can't remember now. I didn't write it down, but it was something ridiculous that was just.
She
over the
wants
top.
power and no kids.
Oh yeah. It was like she was talking about her preferences for her personal life, and she said she wasn't into having kids. She preferred power.
Okay. So, it is, it's interesting.
That's a legit formula. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Hey, I've always said, and I've told my friends who don't have kids, who said they don't want kids, I said, then don't have kids.
Yeah.
If you don't want kids, don't have them. And that's okay.
It is okay.
Best thing about having kids is being able to sell them.
That's it. That's true. I mean,
Because when you have kids, you got kids.
Yeah. There is no you know what? We tried it. We weren't really a fan of it. We thought they were, this was going to be more enjoyable. Did you know that they need stuff? Yeah. You've got them. They're there. And by the way, I can't wait till you're 18. 18 means nothing.
No, sir.
18 means, man, remember when you were a kid and I could buy you a little toy and you'd be happy? Now you want a down payment for a house.
Yes. It never ends. And I'm glad for that in my life, but
absolutely.
Still wish my kids could buy their own house.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like that.
Yeah.
I mean, your kids aren't the only kids.
Nope.
So, but, everybody's like, well, she harasses cops. Yeah, you know what? They did a big thing for ICE. They feel, I get that. But it is one of those things where we take a situation and we're going to run with it and say, this is what, it's not even about whether or not it's after. It's like, that's what the entire party is like. And it's not. By the way, 90% of people who vote for like Trump and Mondani were voted on for the same reason. People wanted to send an FU to the establishment. That's it. Go look at the exit polls. Most of the people, and I mean a vast majority of people, they want no part of socialism. They just wanted to disrupt the situation in New York because they felt it was untenable the way it was going. It is about, this is what makes us at each other's throats all the time, because everybody focuses on the extremes. Nobody focuses on the things that matter. It is so much easier to get you to become emotional. Okay, so to get an emotion out of you and to get you angry and to get you reactionary, while everything else that matters goes on. And you're sitting there fighting over what did somebody tweet or what did somebody say or what did somebody do. Did that help pay your bills? Is that helping prices come down? Is that fixing some of the issues that really matter in this country? Is that helping trying to get our government out of healthcare so we can get it back to some sort of affordable reality? No, because why? It's all emotion. Because it's algorithm based now. It is so algorithm based.
That's why there's so much rage bait out there, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, just.
So, it is rage bait. It's exactly what it is. It's rage bait. It is rage bait. And the putting something up there and just throwing up a headline. How many headlines do you read? Whether it's the New York Times or the New York Post or any of these things, you got to go all the way down to the 12th paragraph to find out what the real story is.
Exactly.
Why? Because it was all about getting you to react in an emotional way. It's not about reality. I hear more people talk about Kids in trans and girls sports. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous. No way should a boy, I'm not talking about like 10-year-olds, all the kids playing together, but I'm talking about a 19-year-old playing into girls. No, that shouldn't happen. We shouldn't be mean to the kid. Sorry, that's ridiculous for those who want that. We should have empathy, but no, it shouldn't happen. But if that's the only thing you're focusing on while prices go through the roof and your kid has to live at home till they're 37 and you hope they marry somebody who's got a house.
Yeah.
I mean, that we need to focus on things that matter.
I don't think people heading into the midterms give one rat's ass about trans.
No, not at this point. No, and not at this point. But that's the way that everybody wants to come at all of these things because it's great for rage bait. It's great for selling the story and the cultural issues. When life gets too damn expensive, things, rage bait and that kind of stuff, that's a luxury when things are great. When things aren't great, that's not a luxury anymore. Nobody cares about that. Nobody does. So it is, and here's the other thing I know. Nobody wants the truth. Nobody cares about the truth anymore. Nobody does.
Yeah, it's boring and it also hurts.
Yeah. And because when you live in
is
the world,
what makes me feel good.
That's exactly. I want to know. Just tell me what I want to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what I want to hear. No. Do you want to know what you want to hear? Do you want to hear what the actual truth is? And we've got a big split in this country too. We've got an over 65 group that thinks everything is great. Why is that? Because they're retired, mostly retired. They own their own homes. They've got money in the bank. They have a vast majority of the wealth in this country. And you've got a younger generation that is trying to survive, come out of college. What is it? 25% of college graduates are unemployed.
And they make up the most.
Think about that for a second.
They paid for college, or they're still paying for college, and they cannot find a job.
Cannot find a job. Cannot. And the job, and you know what they're going to be? They're going to be underemployed soon for what they paid for. The numbers today for the jobs, not good. They weren't ADP because we're not getting numbers out of the White House. We're not getting any numbers. And why those numbers matter is because that's how investors decide what they're going to do with their investments so they're not blindsided by something. That's why they look at certain things. But 1 in 4, no gig. And it's not because they're lazy. Look, are there those kids out there? Yes. But it's like the whole thing with what was it called? The pink hairs and the they, thems and all that kind of stuff, which is, if I show you 1,000 people and I talk to 3 with pink hair, or I talk to 2 MAGA guys who are like, that doesn't make up everything. But if I can get you to believe that's the entire crowd, I've got you. What the CIA used to call it, nut picking, right? If 100 people would see a UFO, they'd go to the guy with no teeth, right?
Yeah.
Smoking a cigarette, doing the double dragon, right? Right, talking about, hey, man, let me tell you something. I saw something flying in the air, right?
Like boom hour.
Yeah, boom hour.
Dango sauce.
Yeah.
Saucer out there.
And guess what happens? Everybody's like, well, that's why nobody talks about it, because all the people who see UFOs are nuts. It's just, we are being played by the media because it's great to keep us engaged. We're being played by social media because it's great to keep us engaged. Because the more that we're engaged, the more we fight, the more we're going to stick around. The longer we stick around, the longer we're a customer. And again, this is not about right or left. This is just about, can we be honest about what's going on?
Yeah, bachelor's degree holders now account for 25% of total unemployment. That's a historical high. Other education levels saw little or no increase, suggesting the pressure is concentrated among the college grads.
Yeah. That is, and what's the average? I wonder what the average college student comes out, because you're going to get grants, you're going to get a few things. What do you think? It's 40, 50 grand?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably accurate.
That you're going to pay on for the rest of your life. When you hear the stories about people that are the average debt coming out of school right now, is $42,673. If you get a graduate degree, $106,000. A master's, $81,000. Any doctoral degree, $200,000 plus.
Goodness.
My goodness me. That is insane. Good God. That is crazy. And that's with your grants, and that's with that. That's what you're coming out with. So you're already coming out with a $600 to $1,000 a month payment. That's how you're starting behind the eight ball already. Those things matter. And by the way, who's going to be the biggest voting bloc? Probably already is. It's the millennials and the Gen Zs.
Those Gen Zs, man, there are a lot of them now.
Yeah, and they are not driven by an ideology of right or left. They're driven by what is going to be the best for us at this time. You can't pigeonhole them into
They do
this.
not care.
Nope, they don't. What's going to be good for us? What's going to be good for my generation? And that's why it's not a class warfare right now. It's a generational warfare. And that generational warfare, I understand why, if I came out of school and I have $50,000 in debt, I can't find a job, and the job I can find is going to be well below what I just paid for. And now AI's coming in, and where I would normally be starting off now, they may not be there for that. It is, you can understand why they're a little perturbed. Why? Because everybody sold them a dream of going to college or else. You're not going to have a bachelor's degree, and nobody's ever going to hire you.
41 million Gen Z Americans were eligible to vote in 2024.
That is massive.
And a good bunch of them, as we saw, voted Trump.
Yeah. That is.
But they did it on the promise that economically things were going to get better. And I'm not blaming Trump. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. You know what?
Whoever's in office, that's where the buck stops.
That's exactly it. I mean, and most people, by the way, right and left, say the economy's not great. Independents the same way. And most people right and left say, all right, Trump, this is your economy now.
Gen Z and millennials combined now have overtaken baby boomers as the largest voting bloc in the country.
Yeah, that is. And they are absolutely about who is going to do the best for their generation and for them. And they look around, and what do they say? We want America first. No, we don't want to give money to Israel or anybody else. We can't afford anything. We've got these fat debts sitting there in front of us. And now what are you going to do? How are you going to help us? Because the baby boomers are all voting for, is there any way we can get a tax break? Is there any way you guys can pay more taxes and we pay no taxes? And then they wonder why nobody wants to have a kid. What are they going to do, live in a tent? Coming up, it's Hot Take Tuesday. We got some hot takes here. Most of it's based around food. Why? Because of Thanksgiving. We got some serious hot takes, including Bell, who apparently hates turkey. So we're going to talk about that, among other things. Straight ahead, Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Omaha Steaks right now. Incredible sizzle season cyber sale going on. 50% off site-wide. All right, so you go to omahasteaks.com, 50% off site-wide. 20% on selected items. So you got 50%, 20%, and when you go to checkout, 35% with promo code. Okay, so it's limited time offer. Jump on this. Use Benson when you check out. 35 extra bucks right there for you at checkout. What? And we're talking about the burgers, the steaks. Oh, yummy. We're talking about the incredible. They've got seafood, right? Like if you like seafood, they got that. They got desserts. They've got the best pork chops around. They've got everything you could think of.
Thanksgiving ribeyes.
Thanksgiving ribeyes. You know what you're getting, brother. So just settle down. He gets it because that's what he wants. Since 1917, they've been around. Omaha Steaks, America's Butcher. 100% unconditional, bite for bite, money back guarantee. Take advantage of this. Save big, unforgettable gifts. Omaha Steaks, omahasteaks.com. 50% off right now, site-wide. 20% off of selected favorites on top of that. And through the cyber sale, $35 off just for my listeners when you use code Benson at checkout. omahasteaks.com. Promo code Benson at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details.
Drivers westbound 24 is still a parking lot because of that semi-fire there at 440 from earlier this morning. The right lane is blocked there at 440, so get to the inside and left lane to get around that. Peak Thanksgiving travel is underway already, too. We've got a story on that and others coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh,
Dude,
my Lord.
People are definitely heading out today, man.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I'm looking at the cameras and they are leaving.
They are leaving. What does they always say? Leave before noon or after 9?
Yeah.
So,
I take the North Loop home and then I hit Ellington, so stay the hell out of my way.
what I do is a walk down the street. So there's that. So you got that going for you. There's that. Speaking of hot takes. Hot take Tuesday. Hot Take Tuesday, baby. We give her your hot takes here. That has nothing to do with politics or any of that stuff, just pop culture, life in general. Today it's food. We're going to start with you, my man, Ken.
Pecans on the dessert table are like raisins in cookies. Nobody asked for that betrayal.
Yeah, that is a betrayal. Pecan. I've just never been a huge fan of pecans.
Just keep it in the pie.
Yeah.
Keep it in the pie.
Yeah, keep it away from anything that don't ruin something that's awesome with your pecans.
Yeah.
Okay, your foolishness. Okay,
Especially brownies and cupcakes.
Oh, brownies and cupcakes. Goodness me. My hot take is sriracha is not. It's not a lifestyle. Okay, it is not an identity. It is not. It is not any. You kids, foodies. Being a foodie is not. It's not who you are. Or it's. I like food. I like some hot sauce. I like sriracha. I like this. I like that. That's great. It is not an actual identity that you can make where you're like, this is who I am as a person. So stop it, okay? Stop bringing
You know
it
what
everywhere.
sriracha is?
So none of that is sriracha. You love it though, because you're a
It's a
weirdo.
beverage.
It is a beverage. Good God!
I want to see somebody drink sriracha.
Was it Hillary when she talked about how she carries around hot sauce in her purse? Does anybody believe the crap that comes out of you guys' mouth? You guys lie to everybody. I just want to know who buys it. Who goes, oh, I knew she kept that inside her purse. What do you got for us, Bill?
Turkey is just not that great. And I know it's a tradition, but I'd rather have a ribeye.
Oh. Yeah, I like a ribeye. I like turkey when done right. When turkey, let's be real, when it's dry, it's awful.
It's terrible.
It is.
You cannot have dry turkey.
No, it's horrible. It's not what our founding fathers wanted. It's definitely not what those pilgrims wanted when they came over and beat up the Indians and took all their food. I'm kidding. It's a joke. But no, they don't want that. They had deer, they had pheasant, they had all that kind of stuff. They didn't have turkey. Wild turkey, maybe. But if it's done wrong, let's be real, turkey's awful. I mean, there's only so much mayonnaise you could put on something when you're trying to make a turkey sandwich.
Right.
When it's that dry. You're like, what's it like? Well, the bread and the mayonnaise are good. But then you get to the turkey and it's like eating cardboard.
Well, the problem is when you're cooking something that big, it's so easy to screw it up that to some degree that most people do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Because it takes a special somebody, right? There's a reason that mom is up at 3 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, right? Already dressed, music's blaring, getting stuff ready, because it has to be done in such a way. Because how many times you get excited because it's beautiful and crisp on the outside, and you taste the outside like, oh, this is great. And then it's awful, right? We've seen that in the movie Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
No, I think it's all right. It's a little dry. You don't want that, is what we're saying, kids. You don't want that at all. Got some of your text messages coming up. A lot of those as you guys respond to Afton and what we were talking about there. And we got some numbers. I didn't play. So I'm going to play some economy numbers as well here. Plus a bunch of other good stuff on the way before we get out of here. I just saw Matt wandering around because, he's got his show after mine. And so we'll do the Welcome Matt coming up in a little bit as well. If you're missing the show, grab our podcast. We appreciate it when you do. It is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories and drivers. It is a parking lot westbound 24 trying to get up to 40. You've still got that semi that caught fire earlier this morning. It is blocking the right lane. Everybody get over to the left to get by as fast as you can. But I can tell you right now, it's been a crawl all day long, and it still is. Right now, just a 7-minute delay, but that's enough with the peak Thanksgiving travel already underway, Gio Benitez.
The FAA says that today is the busiest day with 52,000 flights expected. Now, we're told there is solid staffing at towers and control centers nationwide. The FAA is calling this week their Super Bowl. And it's really no surprise why, because the TSA thinks it's going to screen nearly 18 million people for the holiday.
Yeah, so here in Tennessee, AAA is projecting 1.9 million of us will travel at least 50 miles from home between now and Monday. That's a new record. About 1.8 million are driving. 51,000 Tennesseans are flying. Virginia State Police are looking for a high school head football coach who's now considered a fugitive. Authorities say Travis Turner faces 10 felony charges, including possession of child pornography and using a computer to solicit a minor. He vanished last week after investigators tried to contact him at his home. Since then, search efforts have included drones, K-9 units, and rescue teams across multiple jurisdictions. And police in France say they've made more arrests in connection with last month's heist at the Louvre. ABC's Tom Soufi-Burridge in Paris.
Police are now saying they made 4 arrests this morning, but crucially, one of the 4 arrested this morning on the outskirts of Paris is, they believe, one of the 4 suspected robbers from the Louvre. The other 3 suspects who carried out that robbery are already in police custody, police say, and have been charged with gang-related robbery.
And still no indication of where the crown jewels stolen in the heist are. The oldest resident of the San Diego Zoo has died. ABC's Sherry Preston with more on her long life.
For more than a century, she munched on her favorite foods of cactus fruit and romaine lettuce. She gave children rides on her back, and sometimes those kids came back as adults, bringing their own children to say hello. No one knew exactly how old Grandma the Galapagos tortoise was when she died this month at the San Diego Zoo, but some estimated she was about 141 years old. Grandma lived through both world wars and 20 U.S. presidents, but she couldn't outlive the bone pain caused by old age that had rapidly progressed, causing zookeepers to euthanize her last week. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Tomorrow night cold, we're down near freezing leading into Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving afternoon will be in the 40s under plenty of sunshine. It's even colder Thanksgiving night down to the 20s, and then Black Friday in the 50s with plenty of sunshine.
Beacon Capital Management wants to talk to you about your retirement, your taxes, maybe long-term care, which is also a big deal for a lot of people as you get towards that age. Or maybe you got other things like estate planning and things like that you need taken care of. Beacon can do it all. They're a one-stop shop. And they want to give you a free personalized financial consultation. When it comes to your taxes, the One Big Beautiful Bill has several things you can take advantage of, but all of these things have a sunset in them, right? So you've got to figure out what exactly those things are and how they work for you, whether it's the car loan interest deduction or maybe if you're over 65, an additional senior deduction up to $6,000. But you got to figure out if it's right for you and to make sure you don't mess up. On the other side of things, you've got situations where maybe you're worried about outliving your retirement. Our boomers having to work a lot longer now, which is making people, you want to make sure you have the right amount. They can help you with that. Long-term care as well as estate planning. They can do it all. Call them today. Beacon, 615-488-9303, 615-488-9303. Get your free personalized financial consultation from an amazing company, 615-488-9303. or online at beaconcm.com. This is a paid placement.
Selling your home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Work with the #1 real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com today.
Raycon, best earbuds around. I love you, Bell. They're amazing. Right now, 40% off site-wide when you go to buyraycon.com/Chad. This is the time of the year when you want to give. And let me tell you something, Raycon delivers the best when it comes to over-the-ear headphones, when it comes to the regular old kind of headphones you would think, and yes, the best earbuds around. On top of that, they've got fast chargers, all the stuff for your home. It is awesome. Up to 40% off site-wide. So if you want to deliver the best in electronics, the best in sound, Raycon delivers that over and over again. And their earbuds are 8 hours of talk time, 32 hours of battery life, amazing fast charge. So every 10 minutes gets you 90 minutes of listening power. I mean, I can go on and on. Active noise cancellation, multi-connectivity. These things are awesome. But check out everything they have. Start winning the holidays early. Go to buyraycon.com/Chad. Save up to 40% now. Buyraycon.com/Chad. We'll start over again. Here we go. Part 2. Hey, Super Talk 99.7 WTN is building a for your love toys Tuesday, December 9th at Nissan Stadium to benefit Salvation Army's Forgotten Angels. So while you're out and about on your holiday shopping, pick up an extra toy or gift for a senior. Bring it to our 18th annual toy field sponsored by A.O. Smith and Wayne's Pest Control to help fulfill the dreams of thousands of children in need this holiday season. If you want to find out more, come out and see us all out there. Visit 997WTN.com/events. The economy, good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, if we're honest with ourselves, I think most everything we see out there is it's not firing on all cylinders. I want the economy to be awesome. I don't care who the president is. People who want the economy to fail when a Democrat or Republican's in because they're not your party, you're an idiot.
How do Americans feel about inflation, how it's impacting their lives right now?
They think prices are rising, and it's across different. Look at this. I mean, just your costs are up versus a year ago. Groceries, 85%. Utilities, 78%. Healthcare, 67%. Housing, 66%. Gasoline, 54%. The bottom line is this. Americans feel like prices are rising in each and every single part of their lives, rising ever climber, and they just don't feel like, Kate Baldwin, that they can catch a break.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I've heard from several of you today. It was like, I want it to be great, but I can't lie. No, nobody's asking anybody to lie. And it's not about wanting Trump to succeed or fail. I want him to succeed. What I don't want him is to tell us over and over again how amazing everything is, right? And Scott Besson in them, and tell everybody how amazing everything is when it isn't as great as you say. Because reality, I look, bank account, smaller than it was, right? Didn't get as much. Look over here. And you're telling me something different. No, I'm going to believe my eyes, right? That's it.
The Treasury Secretary in new comments kind of dismissed the impact tariffs is having on inflation, also saying that prices are going to be coming down in weeks. Some other prices are going to be coming down in months. What do Americans think about that?
Yeah, they think he's full of it. That's exactly what they think. I mean, just take a look here. Tariffs raising prices right now. I'm going to come over Kate's side of the screen, 71%.
How dare you?
How dare I do that? 84% of Democrats, 74% of independents, and even a majority of Republicans. When you can get a majority of Republicans to agree with majority of Democrats, you know that the pain is being felt by the American public right now. The Treasury Secretary can try and tell the people something, but they can feel in their pocketbooks. They simply put, don't buy what he and this administration is selling them when it comes to tariffs.
And how can you? The reality is what? You can sit here and talk to me all day about tariffs. It is a tax on the American people. The money being brought in, a vast majority, 90% of it, is being brought in not by foreign countries paying, by the people that are importing the stuff. That gets passed on to us. They may have ate it the first time. They're not eating it anymore. And that gets passed on to us. And then what happens? Well, then we get frustrated because things go up. I mean, we're not the same country we were 30, 40 years ago. We're not that. And yes, prices, I mean, they're up. We've talked about it for a long time. And Trump is, I hope, they're going to get stuff together sooner rather than later. But I think you've talked to a lot of Republicans out there. They feel, and several of you have texted me today, they're going to get boat race next year. Yeah, I think they are if they can't get this thing turned around. I think it will come around, but is it going to come around in time?
You know, and Harry, one thing we've heard over and over again is the president and many of those around him blaming the Biden administration for where inflation is right now. Do people agree with that?
No. No. You know what? I want to quote Judge Judy, but I'm not going to. I'm merely going to try and say that it's like they're trying to sell ice up at the North Pole when it comes to this. More responsible for the current economy. 62% of Americans say it's Donald Trump. Just 32% say it's Joe Biden. Look, Donald Trump did, in fact, inherit an economy from Joe Biden, but now we are nearly a year into the Donald Trump administration. If the Trump administration is trying to push the buck over there, they simply put, the American folks aren't buying it. They say at this point it is Donald Trump's economy, and what is happening in terms of inflation is his responsibility.
So job losses are up and consumer confidence. And that's the one to me that is the most important thing, is the confidence. Because how you feel in the economy matters. If you feel great, you're going to go out and spend. You're not going to worry about anything. You know, you got your job. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to spend. If you feel nervous that your job may slow down, that you may be in a situation where, it's going to be, you may lose your gig, right? You're going to spend in a much different way. If you feel that there's going to be a slowdown coming next year, you're going to feel a much different than if you feel confident. And I want us to feel confident. I do. But our consumer confidence is taking a kick to the grundle. Here's the one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. You've never seen anything amazing. It's the it's the bestest, greatest thing ever. That's just not true. And it's not about Trump. It's about the reality. Everybody makes it about as if, well, if it's about Trump, then it's my fault. No, it's not. First of all, the government's since the crazy bailouts that started after the crash in 2008, the amount of money we've pumped into stuff. And when I hear people say, well, Wall Street's great. Oh, so are you a full-time trader? Are you a full-time trader? Probably not. Because go look at how many people are pulling and borrowing money off their 401ks and their retirements. So it's great that you have that opportunity. I think they have a chance to get this back. But just don't lie to us. That's all I ask. Don't lie. Don't lie. So we pay tariffs, then he gives us $2,000 back, makes people think it's free money. It's not. Man, Bell looks at me today and goes, they're really going to give out these stupid checks.
Well, it's just going to cause inflation like it did last time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It is.
This is economics 101, and people want to pretend that if they don't acknowledge it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put my head in the sand and think everything's great. We can sit here, if it's gas is down. Gas is down here in Tennessee. The rest of the country, gas isn't down. Gas is up in some areas. We're lucky here in the southern part of the country, the gas is doing okay. But think about all the other places, because what? Stuff comes from other places to here, so that costs money. And everybody's like, price is down, rent's down. I don't know, where do you see rent down? Ken, are you doing stories about rent being down?
I have not seen those stories.
So it's not about whether everybody freaks out about, you're telling everybody how, Chad, you don't understand, everything's great. For you, it may be great. Again, it's also generational. Gen Z, millennials, and of course, Gen X, we're not feeling it the same way that the baby boomers are. Because other people feel it. And look, I'm blessed. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm blessed, but I feel it. I feel it. And again, Biden, awful, horrible. What did Biden do? But after Trump gave out the first go-round of money, he knew he shouldn't give out the second one, but then he did. And then he went to put his picture on it, which I thought was hilarious. Not going to lie to you. Then Biden came in and he said, hey, you know what I'm going to do? Something even stupider. And we're going to do the Inflation Reduction Act. And nothing's ever going to get done. And we're going to pump money into the economy. And then we're going to supercharge inflation. Then it's going to go crazy. And then it did. And then things settled. And then Trump has said, I'm going to get inflation down. And we're going to do it here. And this is the way it's going to. And right now, it just hasn't worked. Not the way he's hoping. Do I think it will? I think eventually it will. But you live at a time right now where they're fighting over whether or not to go out and help with subsidies based on the health care. So health care is going to go up, up, up. That's not going to help people. People are going to make this decision of, do I have health care? Do I not have health care? And they're going to see their health care rise. Then they're going to make decisions. Well, if I take health care, I'm not going to spend elsewhere. And yes, Obamacare sucks and it needs to be fixed. But you've got to remember, we live at a time where it's a snapshot. And this is the snapshot you have. Because by April, May of next year, if things aren't turned around, by November, things are going to be turned around in a different way. And the Republicans understand that. And it's about winning an election next year. That's why, when are they supposed to hand out the checks? Is it next, like, October or something?
Yeah, President Trump was floating the middle of next year.
Yeah. So, and
watch the SCOTUS decision come back like in spring and totally
Trump has
wreck
to
it.
call everybody, hey, can you guys send those checks back? Gas prices down, stock market's way up. We have most of our money invested in food. Food prices are about even. Okay. I mean, if you feel that, that's great. If you feel that way. But then are you saying that the other 75% of Americans are liars? And great. Wall Street and Main Street, separate things. It's great that you have your money invested there. Are you pulling off of your money? If you're retired and you're taking 3%, that's good. If you're 32 and you're having to borrow off your 401k so you can survive, that's not good. It's not. I mean, my thing is, I want Trump to succeed. I want all my presidents to succeed, especially when it comes to the economy. A lot of the other crap I don't want them to succeed at, when it comes to the wackiness of the Democrats. But when it comes to the economy, of course I do. Don't want him to fail. I want anybody to fail. But I don't want to be lied to, and I want the truth. And when I talk to people, and Perfect Place was yesterday, talking to a bunch of people, both on the phone and elsewhere, you know what I got? Time's a little tougher this year. I'm feeling a little bit more. Doesn't mean it's going to hell. Doesn't mean it's going to fall apart. Doesn't mean we're going to go into 2008. But we should be at least realistic about the fact that independents, and yes, even Republicans and Democrats are always going to say it sucks. Just like if Biden was in, Democrats would be kind of, well, it kind of sucks, but Republicans would be like, it way sucks, because that's partisanship. But over 50% of Republicans, 70% of independents, and 80% of Democrats all think the economy is struggling right now. And by the way, Rasmussen, who is super kind to Trump, last week said they got to figure this out and they can't continue to say that this is great, because what's going to happen is people are going to not believe him. Even when things turn around, they're going to run into trouble. And that's not what you want. That isn't. And I do think things will turn around. I do think it will.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at some data on rent, and it shows that rent is falling in some markets, but the average price is still historically high.
Yeah.
In many of these areas. And a lot of people are continuing to spend on travel, dining out, and discretionary goods, but that is often financed through their credit cards.
Which is, what do we have now, Ken? How much credit card debt?
It's about $1.8 trillion. And right now, the APRs now like the interest on credit cards are averaging 20 to 24%.
You might as well have somebody named Tony come over and give you cash, right, and get the VIG running.
Yeah, you're not even touching the principal.
No.
Until
that dinner you bought 6 months ago, you haven't even come close to touching the principal on that bad dog. Not even come close. That's the thing.
When you got the bill, it was 120, and now it's up to about 310.
Yeah, it's the same thing with your. I mean, have you ever watched people talk about their student debt? And they're like, okay, I graduated 22 years ago. I owed $87,000. I now owe $107,000, and I pay $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
So there are issues and cracks. Let's not pretend there's not. The thing is, we need to hope that Trump and them get it going straight, right, and do our best. And I know a lot of people saying, well, people are spending money on discretionary, silly things. Yeah, but if they stop spending, then the economy's really going to struggle. So it's that weird world we're living at. We're still trying to keep up with the Joneses, and we're financing it to do so. Coming up, Matt, I see him out there. He's got another vest on. He's very vesty last couple of days. Although I wore a vest yesterday, guys. I'm going to point that out.
Way to go, brother.
I dressed up a little bit. Today, guys, what are we all wearing?
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Rock 1530 AM.
Yeah, that's right.
Does AM still matter back then?
AM apps. You could make a living in AM back in the day. We're wrapping up straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Wrapping it up on this beautiful Tuesday, my Friday. What do you got over there? Somebody sent you something?
I don't know. It's probably nothing good.
If it's white powder, let us know.
Well, it's what is it? Something about. Hey, Chad, how's it going?
What's going on, brother? How you
well
doing?
done yesterday.
That was fun. Yeah,
it was a great event.
That was
a
a
lot
great
of fun.
event. It's good people. You know, it was good talking to some people out there too. Grabbed on the phones a couple times, and it was good talking to some of the listeners out there and people calling in to donate, which I think is just, again, a worthwhile cause. It's awesome. What'd you get?
Who's behind the left's vicious assaults on President Trump? Huh.
Who is it?
Oh, it's something about Dinesh D'Souza. I don't know.
Oh, it's Dinesh.
Or is it?
Dinesh D'Souza.
Yeah.
There you go. Sign that.
That's going in the trash.
Okay, good.
Anyway, enough of that.
There you go. What's going on, brother? You ready for what do you got? You're working tomorrow, right?
I'm working tomorrow. I'll be here to, I was off Friday, so, I'm working tomorrow before Thanksgiving. Obviously, we have both Thanksgiving Day and the day after. The roads are, I know you don't drive a lot, but the roads are empty, baby. Empty.
Really?
Today.
See, Ken said some of the roads were nasty.
Well, my experience on 40 both yesterday and today, and obviously I don't do 24 or whatever, and some of them might be worse than, I guess 65 as an artery might be a little bit different, but 40 seemed in the city. It seems that there's little traffic. I think a lot of people are off.
I'm going to have to move somewhere where I take 40 into town.
Yeah.
That's the way to live, Ken.
Because right now, that truck
24.
that caught fire is still backing up 24.
And it's my understanding that he was going to take 40, but he decided to take 24 because he knew he was going to explode.
Well, not only that, really. Knew he was going to explode. And Ken's all, I thought you were talking about Ken because Ken's all, you know what, it smelled like beer as I drove by.
It did. I think it was a big old beer truck.
So that's what I thought. Ken's like, is there a beer truck over there? I should probably get into a different. I'm going to go take several freeways to get to that beer truck.
Oh yeah, sure.
Why did it take you 9 hours? Well, you get to the beer truck.
Well, I had to go get some beer.
Smelled like hot beer.
Oh, hot beer. What are you talking about today? Anything exciting?
We'll talk a little about the District 7 race. Obviously, it's a week to go. There's one day to go before early voting is done. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson will be on with us at 4:05 today. To discuss the importance of the Matt Van Epps race. I think Van Epps is going to join him on that call. So we'll discuss that. Plus, we have Stuart McWhorter on, who's now the deputy governor, and I don't really understand what that is. But we'll find out from Stuart. And he was the head of the Department of Economic Affairs in Tennessee, talking about property taxes. So those two things are going to be very exciting.
Are you going to ask him what the deputy governor does?
Yes.
Do you get a badge?
I don't know. It's like, are you like Barney Fife to Andy Griffith? I don't know. But he was named... he was the head of the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Affairs, or just Economic Affairs, and now he's been named deputy governor.
Okay.
And I don't really know what that does, so let's find out. I mean, when like the governor goes out of town to Mount Pilot, do you have to take over and act as you know what I'm saying?
The whole town.
Mount Pilot.
Do you remember? Was it Idaho? Ken, do you remember that time that the governor left in Idaho and the lieutenant governor took over and they changed all the rules?
Yes, I was there for it.
See, I know of the two of you who is a fan of Andy Griffith and who maybe wasn't.
Barney. You know, Andy. Governor Lee's gone, and I'm going to take over. Put my bullet in my gun.
Every time Andy left town, Barney got
super excited. He was taking down all the crimes,
screwed everything up, and he jailed everybody.
Yeah, and he deputized Goober and Gomer.
Oh, well, as you do.
One time he deputized Floyd.
Yes.
Oh, Floyd. I love me some Floyd. Yes. All right, guys. Have an amazing rest
have a
of
great
your days.
Thanksgiving.
Have a great Thanksgiving. All of you guys, thank you guys so much for listening. Matt, straight ahead.